You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast, where Tyler and Dave and Ian, the Ian part is silent in TADPOG, play old games. And this week, we have another joyous reunion of TADPOG IT. John Turley is here.
John from every fucking Wednesday is back.
Yeah, in POG form.
You're never going to catch me now, John.
No, I'm not. I had the lead for a hot minute, but it has since been like massively eclipsed. So it's okay. I like listening to you. So.
I changed my Discord handle on the TADPOG server to the Ian is silent. Wizened the Ian is silent sage.
Maybe on episode 999 we do a rebrand.
Sure.
Right?
Season
Whatever.
two.
It's all going to break anyway. Then we do season 2 and we rename the show. So something completely
Can you
different.
only have 999 episodes per season? Is that what's up?
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right. When I signed the agreement with Apple, they were like, all you get is 999.
Also, it's series if you're British.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
yeah.
Series 1.
So wait.
Rapidly coming to a
So hold
close.
on.
We're only at we're 680 something. We're
So
there.
We're closing in.
So what is the series called? If the series is the season, what is the series called? So like we have season finales and we have series finales, which means the show is ending. So in merry old England, like what do they call the series then?
I think they still call it a
Christmas special.
series finale.
Oh, okay.
But they'll just they just refer to seasons as series.
Okay. Didn't
It's a
know
bit of wrap up, isn't it?
that, isn't it?
That's what my skin and blisters says.
Right after she punched me in the boat
It's
race.
funny. I saw I can't remember even what show it was. I could probably look it up because I sent it to Ross. But like I was watching some show and he says he hit me in the boat race. This character, and I like took a picture of it captioned on the screen and sent it to Ross.
You
I was
had
like, I saw it. It happened.
You had the Leonardo moment where
Yeah.
you're pointing at the screen.
Yes, exactly. Holding my fucking Budweiser, like, there it is.
I'm almost positive one of the 2 British characters in Bullet Train say boat race, and I had that moment too.
Nice.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that. this
Dude, I'm
week.
totally gonna
It's
watch
a good
that.
movie.
I'm
It's-
gonna watch
although
that.
I guess on the Chromecast it shows like Rotten Tomatoes scores and stuff, like when I flipped through, and it was featured on there, and it was not rated fresh, and I was like,
Really?
But it's good.
It's nothing
I
but
hate-
good things about it.
It's you would dig it the most, and Ian, I know you'd
They
like
curve
it too.
all the
Definitely
bullets. John would love it. Every bullet fired is curved.
I hate when they do that. I hate when they put the little popcorn or the little tomato on the show.
Yeah.
To like steer you one way or the other. Because I've seen so many things that were rated garbage that I really liked. Now again, that's just my personal taste notwithstanding. I liked it, but it doesn't. I just think that it skews things. I think it influences people. It'll be like, "Ooh, I want to
Definitely,
watch that. That's
definitely.
not
Yeah.
fresh."
Yeah.
Just makes that snobbery that
Stop,
much more
yeah.
abundant.
Stop relying on what other people think. Just watch it. See if you like it.
I think
Like most things on Shudder, for example.
there's something to be said about getting a recommendation from somebody who has similar
Yeah.
tastes.
Agreed,
absolutely.
totally. I agree
Yeah.
with the recommendation part, but I always insist that, watch it for yourself. If just because a friend says they didn't like it doesn't mean you won't.
True.
You could miss out on something great.
That's kind of a problem, I guess, with Rotten Tomatoes and also like Metacritic, where it's just kind of like, because there are several video game journalists and critics who I feel like I have similar taste. And so whenever they recommend something, it's like, oh, well, they like a lot of the games that I like. And I've liked a lot of the games that they've recommended. So I'm going to check this one out.
I like how John brought a can of Twisted Tea for in case any of us says something racist, he can just busts his face with it.
Oh wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. It's like Twisted Tea was one of those things that I tried only because I like an Arnold Palmer.
I do
yeah.
too.
Arnie
Hell
Palmies.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Who
I do
wants
like an
Arnie
Arnold Palmer.
Palmies?
And I never even would have considered it. And I walked up and I saw this half and half. And I was like, half of what? And I was like, well, it's supposed to be tea, right? And it's half lemonade, half Twisted Tea.
Nice.
And it's actually really, really good.
Nice.
So
I don't really like the Twisted Tea by itself, but I think I would like I
I've never
love an
even
Arnold Palmer.
tried Twisted Tea.
It's
by
okay.
itself.
It's okay. It's not. It's something I would drink if someone had it at their house.
If you want to try this, you can.
I'm long past the age of drinking after people.
Okay, I
COVID's
get it.
fucked my shit up.
I got
on
a
that.
fresh one if you want to sample it, like when I crack it. So
Pour it in a little cup.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
way we don't contaminate each other.
right, I get it. I fucking get it.
I was going to say, if
Dude.
you drink after him, I'm leaving. And it's not because of him. I just can't abide the thought of that.
That's the last straw.
I can't handle it. I'm off the show. No, I'm not off the show.
I swallow everyone's backwash. No one else. What you guys been up to this week?
Oh, the same old, working and loving life.
You're really selling it.
I work where he works,
I?
and I can
Yeah.
confirm that is bullshit.
What?
It's fine. I got a.
Oh, everything's on fire behind you.
Yeah,
When you
exactly.
said that. It
We
was
had,
weird.
wearing this little,
Yeah,
a little.
got your little orange hat on. Yeah.
Immediately thought of that picture. Yeah.
This is fine.
Everything is fine.
I was talking about this on Discord the other day. I'm going to bring it up on the show here because not everyone goes to Discord, although you should.
bit.ly/tadpog Discord.
I found
knew where that was
out. I found out. We set each other up a lot now. It's a thing.
It's like volleyball. We're a volleyball team. Someone sets it.
Sometimes it just falls completely fucking flat, but not always. Sometimes it just works.
About
like
20% of the time,
20%
yeah.
of the time, it's just kind of what reason. No. On the Discord, I mentioned, recently I mentioned on the show that I had to buy a fucking refrigerator and an oven.
Yeah, that was.
Ooh.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
And
Not quite a year, I don't think.
I didn't.
Been a while.
I didn't.
Look at this photograph of these appliances that I once had.
I owe a lot of money on them. And I'm not going to pay it back. I had a similar epiphany.
Not gonna pay a nickel back on it.
Hey. Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been Tadpog.
Patreon.com/tadpog for more of this.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Are you a middle-aged dad? You're enjoying yourself right now.
Patreon.com/tadpog if you're enjoying yourself.
Told you.
If you laughed at that joke, you're obligated to give us $1.
Told you. I set them up. They knock them down. What am I going to do? I had a similar epiphany about this thing, about the refrigerator. So, we recently, just this past week, became in need of a new mattress.
Yeah.
Those are extremely expensive and
Especially when they're stuffed full of money.
right.
Don't trust the banks.
Never think about it.
You want that fire retardant mattress, though.
I had to buy a mattress and it just sucks. But it was neat because it came in a box. It was one of those mattresses that came in a box. So we built the bed. We also bought a bed frame for it because our bed frame is old and needed replacing too. But so you lay this thing out and you cut the bag open and there's this really satisfying hiss while the air rushes in, and then suddenly your new mattress just inflates itself right before your very eyes.
Like Kirby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Kirby. And if this were farther along in the podcast, I'd say that would be an excellent segue.
That is in no way.
Let's do it.
Fuck what you
all of
had to
it.
say, bitch. We talking about Kirby now.
Fuck it. It's a game. It came out in 1990.
But aside from that, John and I got some interest. We got invited to a gala today.
Oh, we did.
What?
Yeah.
John and I were invited to a gala. Actually, it's not really a gala, but I'm going to call it a gala.
It's not a gala. It's
a gangbang.
It's a ribbon party.
It's an all-male gangbang. Got it, Tyler. Reading between the lines as usual.
It's a work function
why
too, so it's super weird.
Gala? That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
It's a like grand opening ceremony type thing.
Do you remember about a year ago I mentioned that John and I had to go rooting through the burned remains of one of our clients to rescue their server? Well, they have built, they have repurposed a really cool old warehouse for their
That
business
sounds about
now.
right for that business.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
Well, they invited one of our sales guys to come and see the place.
Their sales rep.
Their sales rep to come see the place. And they specifically said to invite me and John because we rooted
You
through the
dug to
burned
the-
wreckage to save their server and various
we
other.
Invite
hauled-
those trash boys.
we hauled
Bring them to me.
we hauled hardware out of their burnt out building. So-
Which I might add is still functioning. Like their server that we saved is still their server. So
Wow.
yeah, that is something that happened. So we're going to get treated like, nice royalty people. I
yeah,
guess.
man. We're gonna get some bitchin' espresso and hopefully some beer.
Can I be your plus one?
You can. I would
right.
like
Hell
to
yeah.
see if I can bring a plus one, and you will be that person.
All right.
Because this place
be
is going to be
mine.
cool, and I have an idea about the way they've got this place set up, and if I know the guy that owns it,
Have you been there?
He's probably no, I haven't. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been there yet.
Yeah, but
I know where you're going. I know where you're going with this. You're gonna say pinball machines,
God, I hope
right?
he's got.
Yeah.
Does he have his pinball machines?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! I am going to go there. We get to go about an hour and a half before work ends for the day next Thursday, and it goes till 6:30. I'm staying until 6:30.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Because of pinball.
I'll say that sadly because I'll be in California.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucker
Hell yeah.
has like,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, you will. Shit. You can't
Homie's
be my
got
plus one.
pinball machines, skee ball machines, and a pool table. Like,
Yeah, dude is about that kind of stuff. But anyway, yeah, John and I are very important people that got invited
yeah.
to see this thing. So
important.
anyway, that's all that's been happening for me today. This
you
week.
watch some TV? Because seems like you've always been watching some TV.
I'm going to briefly touch on something I watched, which took up the last week of mine. It's the show on HBO called Industry. It's okay. It's fine. It's
What's it about?
It's about these kids who are like college graduates who go to work as interns for this big mega finance company in London called Pierpoint, which is like it's sort of like Wolf of Wall Street, only with they're not millennials, they're younger than that. Whatever the 20-somethings are now.
The Zoomers?
Yeah,
Or those
Zoomers,
younger
I
than,
guess.
okay.
What are the Xennials? The Zennials?
Maybe.
Is that what they are? Like,
Yeah, I think the name got changed at some point. Because,
I feel like it did.
yeah.
They're
Because depending on your definition, like I'm a zillennial because I'm right on that cusp between Gen X and
okay.
millennial and 84.
Well, these
that's
kids,
where I am.
These kids are like
Yeah.
in their
These
early
are-
20s,
yeah.
right out of college. And they go to work for this high finance, tax, or not tax, like stock trading and stuff like that. And basically all they do is fuck, do drugs, stab each other in the back, and not do their jobs really well. It's fine.
It doesn't sound like it. You say it's fine.
It sounds like
Because
high
I'm
school
holding it
again,
up.
which
I'm
is-
holding it up to the candle that is Succession. I watched Succession, which is another HBO show about.
I've heard good things about
that
that.
one's
I haven't seen
essentially
it.
about the Fox, about the Murdochs, but that one's a great show. And I mean, it's got its.
Did you say the Morlocks that
Yeah.
live underground?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the
good.
half lizard.
I'm interested. Superman fought them once.
I was in a play and played a half Morlock.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should never go full Morlock.
I play a warlock in your game. It's weird how this all connects.
And Matlock we
Morgan
talked about
Spurlock?
last week.
Matlock, yeah, I remember Matlock.
That's right. That's
Matlock
actually
was in the game we played the other week.
that was
Wow.
last week. You're still not there yet.
I'm not
You'll
there
get
yet,
that
no.
next. You'll get that when you get there.
Yeah.
So that's a surprise for you.
That's how this always
It all
ends up.
came full
But
circle.
I always come here to record and get spoilers for shit that I haven't heard yet.
Remember we mispronounced Slylock Fox?
Yes,
I sure
remember.
did. I'm glad you stopped to pause and say it correctly.
I was like, did I? Oh, Slylock.
Because I stopped and paused. Was like, did he say it right or did he say it the racist way?
Anyway, I just want to get this over with because Industry is not a great show, but I will say it's got 2 seasons out. It hasn't been picked up for season 3, but the second season left in a big enough cliffhanger, and by that point I was invested. So I was kind of like, okay, I'll give season 3 a shot. All the finance stuff and all the crap that they do and stuff, that is fascinating to me, but their lifestyle outside of work was exactly the same thing over and over again. It's just this guy is now hooking up with this girl, and these 2 dudes are now going to hook up, even though he was questioning his sexuality. Now he's definitely not questioning his sexuality.
It's Walking Dead minus the zombies.
Pretty much. I give it 2 stars. I still say check it out. Maybe it's for you, but it's softcore porn in the world of high finance. If that gives you anything.
Are you a fin dom? Go for it.
You're not.
I prefer hardcore porn and the low finance.
World of low. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I'm about. There's a
called
different,
EVOT.
there's a different site for that. It's not HBO, and it's free.
So there you go. Some people might find it interesting. There may be some take on that out there. I don't know if anyone but me has watched it.
Oh, I'm sure.
That listens to
surely.
this show.
Surely.
But I didn't care for it. I didn't think it was worth a watch, really, but I did anyway. And so again, as we said earlier, form your own opinion if you feel up to it. Otherwise, you're not missing much. You're really not. But I didn't get to really start anything. I started the new Star Wars series Andor, which is turned out to be pretty good.
I've heard
Yeah.
it's
I didn't know
good.
it was out.
It's
I gotta
4
fucking watch
episodes
that,
are
dude.
out. It's
oh my god!
So far, it's really well. To be fair, John, they released the first 3 episodes on
All
day
at once.
1.
Oh,
and
okay.
then now they're in the second week.
But in
watching
true
that
Star
when I
Wars
get
fashion, you're
home.
supposed to watch episode 4 first.
yeah, that won't
remember
cause
how it
any
works.
confusion at all. I promise.
remember
But
how
it's
it works.
pretty good. Andor's pretty good. So far, I've liked it because Rogue One is like at the top of my list
Rogue
of
One's a
favorite
good
Star
movie.
Wars movies.
Although
I
I-
love it.
good.
I
It's
really-
second only to Empire Strikes Back in my mind.
I really want to know what it was like before. I liked Rogue One a lot, but I want to know what it was like before the rewrites and all that. I want to know what the original concept was. for
Me
Rogue One.
too.
Yeah.
'Cause I hear that it was even like it was
Darker.
Dark.
Yeah, I heard it was
And
darker.
I think Andor is probably supposed to kind of get there a little, but I don't think it's going to go nearly as dark as they would have wanted it to for Rogue One. But I'm with you. I would love to see the, so-called the Snyder cut of Rogue One with all the really gritty stuff in it. But
because I think they reshot a lot. Like, I mean,
They-
it was like
they
a
did.
rewrite.
they redid they had the movie all but in the can, and they went and had it, went over it and then showed it to the people that make the decisions, and they said, nope, go back and reshoot everything you've done so far. And so I would have liked to have seen that, because I bet it was a lot even better. I won't say a lot better, just even better than what we got.
The
which was
trailer,
still very good.
There's shot. You can see some of the shots in the trailer that aren't in the movie. Like, I guess the original trailer.
Yeah.
yeah.
That one right. It ranks right up there for me. So Andor was is a prequel. For those who don't know, one of the characters in Rogue One, his name's Cassian Andor. He's one of the rebel spies that liberates the Death Star plans from
really
the Empire.
like that guy too. I
It's
like
his
that
story.
character a lot.
It's his backstory and what brings him to the point where we meet him in Rogue One. So, I do give, so far I've only got 4 episodes to go on, but so far I'm giving that one a big fat 4 stars. Wiz and Sage says, check it out. What is else? What is up with you guys? I've talked enough.
I've been watching Handmaid's Tale season 5, or as I like to refer to it, as our impending future. But Man, it's a fucking good show.
The future Mike Pence wants.
I really like it. It's got a lot of plot armor around the central character June, but it's still really fucking good. I really like it.
I watched that on your recommendation. We got through about the first 3 seasons, but Horror Priestess Tanya just had to nope out. She couldn't handle it.
Andy dipped out too. I watched it by myself.
I can only imagine how difficult it must be to watch that show as a
Come women,
woman.
watch this tale.
Yes,
Watch your fate.
As a female, it's got to be rough. I mean, it's rough anyway.
Yeah, but for that to see that,
goddamn,
it's a tough watch. It really is. It's very good. It's just a tough watch.
They're to the point in the show where like around the central character, like she's borderline going full vengeance, right? And it's like because of all the setup and because of like how awful it was and because you saw like how you're just like, yeah, girl. You're just like, I get it.
Okay,
Fucking yeah. I mean, do your thing.
Don't blame you.
Motherfuckers deserve it. But yeah, like I've been watching that and like Lower Decks, and I've watched like 4 episodes of a show called The Serpent Queen, which is one that my wife got me into because she likes like period pieces.
This
and
is
stuff.
an HBO gig too, right?
It's a Hulu thing, I believe.
Hulu, gotcha.
It's a real good. It's got Samantha Morton, whom the only thing I really recognized her from was like a long time ago. She was in Minority Report. She was one of the precogs in Minority Report.
The female precog.
The female precog.
Oh yeah, she's great.
She's really good in this. And the other thing that got me was
she
it has...
She knew it was coming.
She knew it was coming.
She saw it coming all those years ago.
The she-cog?
You know they tossed around the possibility of that and before someone said,
Like, it's funny. Like, it's a period piece.
I could be the guy you say too.
It's a period piece set in, like, France. I want to think around the, like, late or, like, early 1800s, maybe late 1700s, something like that. I don't know my history the way my wife does. My wife knows, like, all that shit because she's really into that stuff. But I started watching it with her.
Does she watch Outlander too?
No.
Oh, all right.
No. But like I started watching it with her and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. But like they'll throw like more modern music into it, you know? So like every now and then.
kind of like they did with The Knight's Tale.
Yeah, kind
That
of.
kind of
Like
thing.
at the end of
Which
the
was
last episode
weird.
I watched, there was like a PJ Harvey song. You know? I was just like, well, this is weird. And the
I know
opening.
one BJ Harvey
the
song. Was it that
opening-
one?
Maybe. No, it probably wasn't.
Okay.
But like, and the intro has this weird like metal kind of sound to it, you know, like not what you would expect, but it somehow works. Like it still works. But the thing that got me about it was like one of the primary characters is like the King of France. And
It's
time,
Leonardo DiCaprio from Man in the Iron Mask. It's
it's
tie-in.
motherfucking Miles O'Brien.
Oh shit! Okay,
It's Cole Meany, who like has blown up in the last few years. He was like Chief O'Brien on Star Trek back in the day, and he was Chief O'Brien in Deep Space Nine a little after that. But then he was on this AMC show called Hell on Wheels. He's been in a bunch of other shit since then.
He played the dude's dad and Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah. Like he's
Lick
been in
the
a bunch of
furry walls.
shit since, and like he got this role, and I was just like, wow, he like actually like for an Irish dude, he plays a French king pretty well, you know, like
Acting.
acting.
Brilliant. Thank
Yeah,
you.
like that's been a pretty good show that I didn't expect to really get into, but
What was the name of it again?
The Serpent Queen.
The Serpent Queen. Okay. Is that an HBO joint?
Hulu.
Hulu. Okay.
What about you, Dave? What are you up to, man?
I've been watching some anime.
I miss it. I'm
you?
getting ready to
Well,
get
good.
back into it because
Yeah.
I haven't watched any in a while.
That's good.
I told you I dried out a little.
Right,
was
I know you were taking a
over-anima-
break.
I was
Right.
oversaturating the anime.
Makes
so
sense.
I'm gonna make my way back. But go ahead, please.
I've been watching Yo Boy Kong Ming,
Okay.
which is amazing. It's from last season. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I'm watching it now with Nikki and Henry, kind of, sort of, where it is Kong Ming from the the ancient Chinese strategist is reborn in modern day, and he's a young man in Tokyo, and he decides to be a strategist for a singer, and it's a pretty funny show because like they go into the history of him, and it's like he'll use like strategies that he used in war, like for increasing her popularity and stuff like that. And one of the things that I really like about it so far, I don't know where it goes, but so far they have a completely platonic relationship where like she's his lord essentially, and he's her strategist, and I think that's
It's kind of like a reverse Cyrano de Bergerac type of thing, where they've got he's helping her, he's giving her his pointers behind the scenes.
Yeah,
but they're not
into
it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's an anime, so there's a good chance that at some point they're gonna fall in love or something.
Right.
It just hasn't happened yet, and I love romance anime. Don't get me wrong. I really do. But it is not. It's refreshing where it's like, holy shit, there's a relationship between a man and a woman in an anime that isn't like, that doesn't involve like shooting people or like mechs or like, and I like that stuff too.
No demons.
Liz, Lemon, and Jack
demons.
Donaghy. It's about time we had it again.
It is like, yeah, it's the anime 30 Rock. But way less funny, unfortunately. 30 Rock, it's hard to be funnier than 30 Rock.
Very hard.
But yeah, it's a good show. It's definitely worth checking out if you can. But yeah, I have a feeling the moment if they have a romantic relationship, that's probably what it's going to be like. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna dip out.
Right, but it's not like a foregone conclusion.
It's
like
not
would be in
right. And they might
anime,
tease it,
right?
but so far they're not even teasing it, which is it's just nice. It's just like I said, I like romance anime just fine. I would even say it's probably the genre that we watch the most now. But like, it's just nice to be like, wow, they have like this relationship that's like they respect each other, but it's like they're not like, I don't know, they're not romantically involved whatsoever. So that's fun. I like it.
Cool.
That's the new porn, respect porn. Platonic and respectful.
What is that guy? That guy that does the videos.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
God, I love that. I love that.
He's like, I'm here to fix your washing machine. I'm going to actually fix your washing machine.
Yeah, weird. That hasn't come up on my recommended. I haven't seen these yet. And then I've been playing a little bit of a game called Trombone Champ, which is fucking amazing. It's $15. It's on Steam. It is a trombone playing
I
simulator.
used to play trombone.
Dude,
I love
you
this.
got it. I'll buy it for you if you will play it.
I need to tell Miller about this too.
I wasn't good.
First chair. No, he was trumpet. Never mind.
I wasn't good
Totally
at
different.
it, but I played it.
This is a VR game, though?
No. Although people have modded it and played
Oh,
it in
okay.
VR, I don't think I would go to that link because it's just it's a game essentially where you play a bunch of public domain songs. Like my favorite is the Old Gray Mare, and as you're
Great man, she ain't what she used to be.
as you're playing it, like gifs of horses like go across the screen, and you're like a me in the corner. You get to choose, and they all look like me's, like Nintendo me's.
Yeah.
And like you get to choose which one you play as, and you just fucking going at it with the trombone. And the way it works is, you kind of see like a music staff, right? And you see like the bars and all that, and it's like you use the mouse like the slide.
Nice. Shit. I was going to ask, how do you play the fucking...
So it'll show you the note, and you got to move the mouse up there, and then when
Hell yeah.
and then you can either click or press a key to breathe. So you got the slide and the breath.
Okay.
And then there's an improv mode where you can just fucking play, just freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a jazz freestyle and trombone.
It's a funny game. It's
go all Will Riker with that shit.
it's 100% worth the 15.
And you've got a long
15
play
bucks.
on the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, it's like a just 45 minutes of gameplay. It's not the whole game or anything. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe a third would be my guess. But it's not on the YouTube. It technically is on YouTube. I said the YouTube, like somebody's uncle. It's privately published on YouTube. So if you're on the Patreon, then you get a link to that.
There we go.
It's patreon.com/tadpog. It was fun to do. It was it was a blast to play, and it was like a quick edit, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Shit, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Tyler, what's up, my man?
Family and I are going to Silver Dollar City tomorrow.
Silver Dollar City.
Dollar City.
What is that?
It's like Six Flags in Branson.
Oh, okay.
My vacation got denied the last time they wanted to go, so I stayed home and worked, and they went and they loved it.
Oh,
So-
right. Okay. I remember that. Wow, we just had a ghost in the studio. Turn the light off. That was crazy.
We were here to see
Actually-
the death of that light bulb.
I actually kind of like it better like this, to be honest.
Yeah. A little cozier.
Yeah, a little more subdued.
Yeah.
Just get you ready for that big gay orgy we're going to tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I thought you were about to say in 5 minutes.
Next week.
Next Thursday.
Let me take my hoodie
In an
off.
hour and a half. Yeah.
Oh shit! Let me. Put
Yeah,
my
we're
dick
leaving
up.
from here.
It's a straight orgy, okay? So, other than that, just been working. But how about you guys? We talked about it a little bit. You want to do a chip draft?
I do.
Yeah, I like
Chip
this
draft.
I like these drafts we've been doing that
I
John
don't know.
knows all about.
I know nothing about because I'm still on Waterworld, so I'm pretty far behind.
Stuck in Waterworld.
So we've all got little index cards and pieces of paper, and I will roll a d4 to determine the order of which we draft. But like just like the NFL draft, it's just like it. That will-
Exactly, with all the money and power involved.
Trades
in
and
there.
everything.
Yeah.
We'll draft chips and then post them and see whoever the nation thinks won, who are the best draft, who's got the best team.
All right.
So they
John, you would know this if you get on the Discord.
I know. I can't.
you can't.
No, I can't at work. Like I just
Oh.
don't. I'm away from my desk too much.
Oh, I thought you meant because of some moral obligation.
I'm addicted. I can't.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's
Because it
literally-
doesn't stop me from having it up and going on my computer.
Oh shit! Are we rolling D's? Are we rolling?
Tyler is gonna roll. We go clockwise. So Tyler's 1, I'm 2, you'll be
Gotcha.
3, Dave will
Okay,
be
I'm
4.
gonna roll this metal D20 that Dave has. It's fucking cool.
All right. So
It rolls shitty, but
I
it's
feel like
fucking
for
cool.
chips,
Rolls good for you.
we need to be pretty specific. So we can't just say
Okay.
Doritos, but we'll have to say Cool Ranch Doritos or Nacho
Okay.
Cheese Doritos or
That's
whatever
fair.
variety of. All right, I'm gonna roll the D4. 4.
Dave, you're first.
All right.
And then we'll go around
Perfect.
clockwise.
Perfect. I totally know what I'm going to choose first.
Hit it.
I'm going with Eric Estrada.
Chips.
Good
Nice
chip.
chip.
Good chip.
It's a good
Nice.
chip, right?
Yeah, California Highway Patrol.
That's right, son. That's first pick. All right, John, you go. Or Tyler.
The other one.
I can't name him either.
His name is John Baker.
John Baker.
John
You would
Baker.
know that. I'm so impressed.
Next pick's going to be
Loved
tough.
that shit when I was a kid.
Chocolate. Poker. Ahoy.
Whose go is it?
It's Dave's go. He
It's
needs to pick
mine.
actual
Okay.
chip.
It's
Actual chip.
mine.
Actual chip.
Let me erase Eric Estrada, sadly.
You really wrote down Eric Estrada.
And by the
which
way,
I'm
John Baker
impressed
was the guy's name
with your
in the
commitment
show.
to the bit. Like, that's,
Yeah.
Not the actor's name.
I don't remember the actor's name that played John Baker.
Yeah.
Punch was played by Eric Estrada. Puncharello.
Arthur Poncherello.
Poncharelli.
It's
Puncharello, that's
Punchinella, the bomb boss in Punchinello, the bomb boss in Mario RPG. There you go. All right.
All right. Okay.
I'll have a reference.
Dave, your chip.
I gotta go original. Lay's. Classic original Lay's.
okay.
It's your picnic chip. It's the one where you're like, I gotta please a bunch of people. I'm gonna get the family-sized bag of original.
The big yellow bag.
They're
The big
called
yellow
party
bag.
size now.
Oh.
But they go with everything.
They do.
Everything. You can put them in stuff. You can have them with stuff.
I respect that.
A solid choice.
See, I can't eat an original lay anymore. Like they're just, I feel like they're grease suspended by potato molecules.
No, I get that.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Salty. grease
After I went
suspended by potato
baked lay, I could never go back to regular lay.
baked lays are strong.
I like it. I like how lay in the singular has become lay.
Yeah.
Like I really like it. Like not a Lay's. I'm talking about multiple chips when I say Lay's.
Lay.
I'm talking about one chip. I say lay.
Do you remember the anal leakage? Do you remember that?
Oh, Lara.
Yeah.
Olestra.
Yeah.
John
Man,
with the win.
we thought that was really fun. I still think it's funny, but we definitely thought it was funny in high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all we could talk about with those fucking chips and the anal leakage for a solid week. It's like, have you heard about these?
Let's try it.
We did have some.
We did too. I didn't know.
Unfortunately, no anal leakage.
Unfortunately, I tried.
Yeah, I ate them in the bathtub. I ate them in a wading pool.
I drank 3 cups of food dye and then just ate the chips and waited in the bathtub. Does it go back around to me
next?
now?
Your turn
next?
next, Tyler. Your first pick.
We're going clockwise.
I will say nacho cheese Doritos.
Damn you.
It's a good pick.
So are we
Not my favorite Dorito, but I think
are we just picking like the most popular Dorito? Like
However
the
you want.
Dorito that we feel would get the most yardage on
Yes.
Monday Night Football?
you're
Or-
trying to build your best team.
You're
yeah.
building your best team.
Which could be a theme.
Really, you can do. Yeah, you can do it however you want. Because
Yeah.
like
Right,
our
'cause I'm-
first go, I was just like, these are just
Your and people like your holiday.
these are the
seasonal
oddball.
theme, so.
Yeah.
I have not thought this through at all.
haven't either.
Doritos was going to be my first pick.
Well, there's more than
There's
one
a
flavor.
bunch of kind of.
I mean, there's
I
a
Doritos.
only like nacho Doritos.
but there's another Dorito that's really popular.
I know there
regular
is.
Doritos. My
Have you
least
had-
favorite Dorito.
Have you had the purple
But-
bag?
The purple bag.
Sweet chili.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's Melissa's favorite.
That's my
Those are
favorite Dorito. Oh, the sweet chili. Oh, best Dorito.
Well, I don't want this. This list is not going to be is all about power and not about what I actually like. Then, because I'm going to have to go for the power of Cool Ranch Doritos as my first pick.
I much prefer a Cool Ranch. I like the flaming hot Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yes.
I haven't had
Specifically.
those.
Oh, so good.
I miss I don't know if they exist anymore, but what were the spicy Doritos that were not? I like Flamin' Hot just fine, but there was a Dorito
it's
that
just
was
spicy nacho, and it's
Spicy
not,
nacho,
It's
that's
not
it.
terribly
Yeah.
hot, but it's got a little.
I like that
extra kick to it.
flavor,
Those
yeah.
are good. But for sheer punching power, I guess I don't like Cool Ranch Doritos, but for the punching power that comes with that brand, I will take that as my first pick.
Well, mine's going to be really kind of a more niche pick. Probably not super popular because they're not like as like worldwide as like most of them. But barbecue Grippos,
man.
the best fucking
pretty good.
barbecue
That's
chip.
I knew you
ever.
were going
That's
there.
a great choice. Grippos are great. I have a question. Do these have to be potato chips?
I don't think they have to be potato chips.
Okay.
Just chips.
I guess then Doritos would be out, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because they're
Yeah.
corn. So
And
yeah,
so
you're
would
good.
Pringles.
So let's define it. Let's define a
like a
chip real
Pringle.
quick. Let's define a chip.
That which is not a French fry. I mean, I think everyone knows,
Watermelon then.
everyone knows what a chip is. I think if you just say chips, it's
A
like
corn chip.
I'm gonna have a bag of chips. I mean, what are you thinking won't fall in that category?
Potato or tortilla, like those two
So we're
pretty
talking
much
about
cover
we're
everything.
talking about potato
right?
or corn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, potato or
I think
corn.
rice would fall in there. There's some good rice type chips.
Okay.
Um,
There's an idea.
We got to be
wheat.
careful not to stray into cracker territory.
there's wheat
That
chips.
is true. Like
Sun
a, yeah, like a
chips.
Triscuit. It's a cracker,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Sun chips
Well,
are
sun
made
chips
of
are
wheat.
wheat. Yeah,
So that counts.
So
too.
these are grain-based foods.
Yeah.
grain based,
Yeah, I
you know,
feel
that
like
are
that's-
typically in
okay.
bite
Grain or potato?
serving.
Shit, yeah,
Things.
potato's not a grain, is it?
Grain or potato. I feel like that's a solid
Okay.
definition.
All right.
I don't think there's gonna. It's not.
Part of the fun is breaking it down.
Right,
Part of the fun
really,
for me is breaking it down.
getting into the minutia.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
we're gonna
tracking.
get.
Like a
I just have to hear your.
VCR.
I just have to hear your pick to know whether or not it qualifies. Honestly,
Oh, well, my pick's definitely going to qualify. Barbecue Lays.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Regular
Tired of those regular Lays? Yo, we have barbecue now. Barbecue Lays.
I did eat myself sick on KC Masterpiece Lays.
those
back
are
in the
good.
day.
Those are good.
They're real
Brandon
good.
and I did that in Gatlinburg. We ate like 20 bags of those shit
Holy
between the two of us.
shit.
Just like on vacation with the
God
parents. one
damn.
time.
Died of high blood pressure at 20.
So let's see, for my second round pick, I'm going to have to go with. I'm thinking. I'm going to go drastically the other way for a second. I'm going to pick the
Pop Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. I forget the Kettle brand, the super crunchy.
Yeah.
So the Kettle salt and vinegar.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Go diametrically the other way for my first one.
All right. So that brings me to another granular thing.
Well, perfect. I love it.
Because once again, my next pick was gonna be because I do love a good salt vinegar chip,
That's a good one.
the Lay's salt vinegar.
Okay.
So is that okay that I pick a different type of salt vinegar
It's a
chip?
very different.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
different.
experience.
Yeah.
Kettle salt vinegar versus Lay's salt vinegar
Yeah, totally
versus
different.
Pringles salt vinegar.
Yeah,
all very different
Yeah, yeah.
textures.
Totally.
Yep.
So yeah.
Well, I'm picking Lay's salt vinegar for my money. They're the best salt vinegar chips out there. I do like the Kettle brand, but they are a bit crunchy, so that for me they're not always the right moment for those.
I'll get those burning shards stabbed in my gums.
Yeah, there you go. And with the salt that really
Yeah.
hurts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. Yeah.
Much like you said, you ate yourself sick on KC Masterpiece Lay's. I could eat myself sick right fucking now
And that's
on
a
Lay's
distinct
salt vinegar.
sick too. Sick on salt vinegar shit.
That's the roof of your mouth,
mouth
is
is-
fucking angry at you. Yeah.
Now let's have some sweet tarts.
And some Captain Crunch.
I could take it. I I love vinegar.
Like a fucking wire brush right to the top of your mouth.
I've got this big thing and this big bump in
Yeah,
the
you
top of
got
my
the-
mouth. So I need something to help shave that fucker down. So when I lose all my teeth, I can get fitted
like
for
you're
a denture.
It's like you're sanding it. Just slowly over time.
God,
Just-
that thing is so sensitive that really hurts me to think about it being
yeah.
sanded
Sorry,
down.
Sorry.
Mainly because my dentist said, "Oh, we may have to cut that down to put you fitted for a denture if you lose your teeth." I'm like, "Shut up, man! Don't say that to me. I'm not getting that thing. What did he call it? I can't even remember what he called it. A tori. That's what it was.
That sounds like an alien
does.
species from like a science fiction show.
Or the
Tori.
Captain, the Torai are beaming us in.
or the Jewish holy book.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple Toras.
yeah.
Or
Gathering
Torai.
of Toras. Torai.
They all brought a Torah. There were so many Torai.
Torai. Oh, I caught another one. Damn it. Torai.
John, round 2. What you got, buddy?
Man, I'm really having to put way more thought into this than you would think.
No, I would.
I'm again like, man, I like some weird chips. Like I like
good.
some stuff that's a little off the wall. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say off the wall, but
My
just
house
different.
does chips a little differently.
When we eat chips, we think outside the box.
So I love
homemade Turley chips.
I love salsa. As I feel like Dave can attest to.
Yeah,
I do
salsa's-
love
yeah.
some fucking salsa. So like just plain Tostitos are good.
Yeah.
I love like
They are
they're-
good.
They're great. Baked Tostitos
Oh, please
are my
don't.
favorite.
Please don't go where I think you're going.
No, guacamole Tostitos are the fucking
Is that where you're
best. Yes.
Oh,
You don't like guacamole Tostitos?
Oh, I hate Tostitos that have that sticky fucking blasted shit on them.
Yeah,
Are these
no,
different?
no, they like coat your fingers in a green.
No,
I mean, you look like you've been finger banging an alien after you hit these things. There's
John,
so
you're
much
physically
green
hurting
shit
Dave. Stop.
on your fingers, but it's so salty and like amazing. Oh, it's so good. I will literally like rake my bottom teeth across my finger just to make sure I get it all. Like, it's so good.
Here's what I don't
So
like.
fucking good.
Here's what I don't like about it. I like them fine by themselves, but it feels like whenever then it's like I don't want to dip these in salsa.
Oh no, they just enhance the taste of the
Not
salsa.
for me, they don't. For me,
they
it's
do
like,
for me.
now
They
this
do for
shit
me.
they coated this chip in is in my fucking salsa now.
You got
Great.
guacamole in my salsa. You got salsa in my guacamole powder.
And then when I eat them by myself, it's the residue on it. It's so bad, dude.
The residue is bad. Well, I say the residue. I should say the transfer is bad. The residue itself is fucking delicious.
No, what do you mean
those
by
are
the transfer
those
is
are-
bad?
Chopsticks.
Well, like
man,
they
chopsticks.
get a lot on
I can
your
do that
finger.
with Cheetos, but I don't think I could do that.
They
with
get a lot.
Tostitos.
Like when you grab the chip, you are going to get some on your fingers. There's no way to avoid that.
And I don't mind getting, but it's such a different finger feel than like Doritos.
It's sticky.
It's sticky.
Yeah, it's sticky. It is. You're 100% right. But the flavor is fucking worth it. Like those are the only Tostitos that I can sit down and I can literally eat them by myself. But man, you give me some guacamole Tostitos and like any kind of good spicy salsa, I'm gonna fucking wreck it. Like it's so good.
Man, I'd rather just have the regular Tostitos though.
I wouldn't.
The restaurant style thins.
I do like the restaurant style things.
Cantina,
You know what?
Cantina style.
Yes,
that is.
yes.
I like
Hint of lime.
the Mission chips, and I think those are like the cheap corn
big brown
chips.
bag.
No, they're
Yeah.
good.
But they're good, man.
No, they are good. They're a
The
little.
fucking Walmart brand plain tortilla chips are fucking amazing.
Listen,
Yeah.
Walmart
Really good.
brand
They're
any
really
chips don't play. They're all good. I've tried them all, and they're all good, if not better than some of their counterparts. But
Originals, you might say.
the Tostito, the Mission chips are good. I just wish they would do a thinner one. I just like a little thinner,
Thinner. You wish the chips would run over an old lady.
and then be cursed by a gypsy man. That's a terrible word to use, but that's the word they use in the movie. That he loses weight, so that chip
Yeah,
needs
like
to
Brad Pitt
but the
in
chip needs to
Snatch.
lose just a little weight, not a lot of
Gypsy
weight.
Man.
I like
like
the
darts.
Mission chip. I can't. I feel like you're in the majority though. I feel like the
Have
the
you had
flavor.
'em?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I know
just,
that I
as
hate
long
'em.
as yeah, but you don't hate them for the flavor, right? You hate them for the
Their religious
the
beliefs.
tactile feel of the chip.
I don't love the flavor. Like
Really?
it's fine. It is fine. It's fine. But it's not like
That's the
have to, like-
tagline of this whole episode.
It's fine.
Can we call it "This is fine"?
the flavor's fine. I don't have a problem with the flavor.
Okay.
It's just it's not to me. It's not good enough to
See-
like override the fuck, man. I've eaten 5 of these and it feels like
Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
why
but
it's
see, I'll-
randomly sticky? Like being
That's my-
surprised between your fingers?
I don't.
That's
No,
my thing.
I
is
don't
I
like
will
that.
eat. You say like I'll eat 5 of them. I'll eat fucking 50 of them bitches, and
Yeah.
then I like have this like coating on my fingers of the stuff that they
It's upsetting.
that they blast all over those chips, and it's so good though. Like I love it. But like those chips with the cilantro salsa, that's pretty much just tomatoes, onions, jalapenos, and cilantro. That shit to me is like the best fucking combination of flavor. Like it's powerful. I love it.
Since we're on the subject of tortilla chips, this is a very local thing. So if you don't live here and you're listening to this, sorry.
Come here and try some of these.
Have you had Burrito Loco?
Dude, I want to go
Wait.
to Burrito Loco
No,
so
no, no.
I don't
bad.
even know what that is.
I live
it's-
right around.
it's-
You know where the little tiny Taco John's used to be in Cardinal Point?
It's not burrito loco.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
That's what my menu says.
Oh, okay.
fuck.
It's
No,
Burrito Loco.
I don't think that's the name of it.
It's at Cardinal Point.
Yeah.
Oh, Cardinal Point.
It used to
I thought
be-
you were talking about over on the. Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
It was a Taco John's
don't know what you're thinking of.
Express first,
Right.
and then it's been a number of
It's
other
been a
little
bunch of
things.
other things. This place fucking rules.
I want to go there so bad.
It's
I
right by
just saw
99
it.
Lounge Lounge.
Yes, it is. Right near 99 Lounge Lounge / bring your own hibachi, which we are going
Pizzas are
to
never burnt, motherfucker. They're never burnt.
ask for light bake, and you get it the way you want it. Light bake.
That's just how they are.
It's really good though. It's like
I'm gonna try it.
It's really good.
I wanted to get an opinion about that from someone. I'm so glad you brought it up because I've been wanting to go over there.
we found it Saturday. We've been there twice because I was
shit.
craving it in the middle of the week, and it's like their pork is really good.
Yeah.
like really good. So I got a burrito Azteca, and it's not like Burrito Shack style
Not
like
a
burritos.
fucking enormous.
They are huge.
Oh, are they?
They're
Okay.
huge, but it's not like you pick what's on there and stuff.
Oh,
you just
you say
order
what you want
it
and
off
they
the
make
menu,
it
and then
that
they
way.
make it. Yeah,
Have you had Boss Burrito?
I haven't had Boss Burrito.
Okay.
Tell me about
will
Boss
go,
Burrito.
I will
It's
go.
not real yet, but I'm gonna make it.
I will go to Burrito
Boss
Loco if you promise to go to Boss Burrito.
Is there one here?
Yes.
Okay.
So Boss Burrito used to be a food truck.
You sound like a salesman.
I feel like a fucking
So hear me
salesman.
out.
I can't tell
Back
you.
in 1969.
Oh, wait, no, here's the deal. You buy a Boss Burrito, and then you get two of your friends to buy a Boss Burrito.
I can't tell you how passionate I feel about fucking Boss Burrito.
I've committed to selling 20 Boss Burritos. Dave, can you help me today?
Boss Burrito. Okay, you know where our office is, and you know where there is. Boss Burrito used to be a food truck, and it would come and park in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Or there, and people would go over there and just swarm it. And then they started this little food truck park.
Yeah,
area.
I don't love that idea, but I know they created
Right.
it.
So Boss Burrito was so popular that they bought a storefront. It's by
okay.
Night Moves, which is the worst
Oh, yeah.
fucking bar
Out by Good Morning Vietnam, where that used to
ever.
be.
Yeah.
Yes. It's in the same place where
Okay.
Good Morning Vietnam
Oh,
used to
okay.
be, so you know where it's at.
Fuck, I'll go tomorrow.
The best fucking tacos I've ever had in my life. I've never even had one of their burritos, which is what they're known for.
Oh, really?
And they are fucking enormous, and everything they have looks good. I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm sorry about the Paducah burrito talk.
Fuck it, it's our
God
show.
damn
We'll
it.
talk about Paducah burritos if we fucking please.
Maybe if some of these
There's a-
fuckers
Yo,
would
I
come
want-
here, they
there's a
could
15-second
experience
skip button on your shit for a reason. Just fucking skip through. I gotta talk to my friend about burritos.
Now Paducah burrito draft. We can do that. No problem. Let's pivot. We can do it.
Boss
be
burrito,
plenty.
I'm calling that shit. I got it. But seriously,
Well, I'm gonna check it out.
I go
You
there,
get a
I get the
lunch?
fucking street tacos. Oh my god, they're fucking amazing.
Do you, what hit me up. Let's go to lunch. Boss
Okay.
burrito.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Hell yes.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay. All right,
Tomorrow.
sweet. You boys coming? You're in Silver
I'll be
Dollar
in
City.
Silver Dollar City.
Ian?
But I'll have
I
a
don't leave
burrito.
my house except to come here.
We go
right.
downtown.
We'll
we
bring
go
it to Ian's
uptown,
house.
We kidnap Ian. We take him to Boss Burrito.
We'll just bring it to him.
There you go. Okay.
No, he'd rather he goes to kidnapping first.
I actually don't have time to bring it to Ian.
Yeah, no, I don't really
And
either,
make it
but
back in
I
time.
wish I could.
But
they
I
have
can-
the,
but I
they have
can
the
meet you
Mexican
there.
Coke there. They have the
Do they
the
really?
real shit
Fuck,
Coke.
this sounds
Yeah.
way better than Loco Burrito. I'm not
Dude,
gonna lie. Although check out Loco Burrito.
No, I want
It's
to.
good.
I want to.
But I have a feeling that
When
what
you
you're
said that though,
describing-
I thought you were going to talk about Boss
Boss
Burrito. I
Burrito.
was like,
I'm
man,
sorry to
Boss Burrito's
disappoint.
So fucking good. Everybody in the office is like, man, you got it. The Boss Burrito's so good.
all right, let's go. Let's go tomorrow.
Okay.
For reals. All right.
I'm down.
It's my turn to pick. I feel like I
Yeah,
just talked a whole
sorry.
bunch. I get to talk more. I'm going to make it real fucking nice and simple. I'm going to complete this holy trinity of Lay's chips. I'm going with Lay's sour cream and onion. There we go. We got the original. We got the barbecue. We got the sour cream and onion. If you're listening to this and you don't like one of those, I'm going to
fuck you.
I'm going to turn you into the
Pizza,
government.
pussy, Santa Claus.
How-
Everybody likes one of the three.
How long have you been a member of the Communist Party? That's what we really want to know.
You don't like Big Red.
All right, Dave, hit the big three on the Lays. Lays getting a lot of love today. What
Man,
about you, Tyler?
for
What's
real.
your big third
For,
pick?
for my middle pick, I will pick my personal favorite chip, which is the barbecue baked lay.
Okay.
It's a good chip.
It's a solid choice.
It's a real good
It's the
chip.
only chip that I can sit down and eat a whole bag. I
It's a
get
real
tired
good
of
chip.
any other chip pretty quickly, but not that one.
I'm up. Cheetos, baby.
It's a
Just
it's a
straight
great
up
pick.
Cheetos, huh?
Regular Cheetos,
Yep.
crunchy.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
not
they-
the poofs.
Just the
Or
way
puffs.
Ah, fuck the puffs.
the
I don't like
ones
the
they
fucking
made.
puffs.
Fuck the puffs. Fuck the paws. Ugh.
I like the paws.
Paws are good.
Come around on the paws. I hated them.
No,
I love paws.
And then as a kid, I hated them. And then as an adult, I went back and tried the paws, and I was like, "Holy shit! These are like
They gave me paws.
These
They
are-
were so good.
they make a Cheetos. Cheetos makes a white cheddar bag of bones that's the same consistency as the paws.
I saw that at Kroger.
It comes
yeah.
out at Halloween time, and those
Oh.
are
in a big tin. I saw.
delicious.
I would try that because
Okay.
I love anything fucking white cheddar, man.
They're delicious.
yeah." Smart Pop, that's corn. Technically, could go in this.
Flamin' hot. Let me give it. Flamin' hot white cheddar Smart Pop is the
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
I haven't.
Oh
I didn't know that
God.
existed.
That
I've had white
is-
cheddar.
It
of course,
is. That's fucking.
It's amazing.
Awesome.
I eat that. I have to eat that one with chopsticks. So
I get it. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
it's
Very
gonna leave
red.
some red dust all over you. It's so good though. Yeah, flaming hot white cheddar.
is your wife on her period? No, I ate some flaming hot popcorn. So yeah, I see why you think that though.
yeah, whatever. Period. Finger.
I finger paint all the time.
It's a common question I'm asked. Hey, is your wife on her period?
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Am I right,
People don't stop
guys?
asking
We
about
always
it.
know because Tyler looks like some shit out of Braveheart. Like he's just fucking breaking it across his face.
Kratos.
Fuck with me, motherfucker.
Your beard looks very red today. Yeah, I know.
Not so much here or here, just like
Right.
here.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Did you play Rudolph the
Mustache.
Red-Nosed Reindeer to play today?
John, part 3 of your pick.
Yeah. Also gonna go with some. It's actually I'm gonna go with the one that I texted you guys about earlier this week because this is where our relationship is. Just so you know, like I texted these three guys about some potato chips that I tried because they were fucking amazing.
It used to be
those-
ginger nudes. Now it's potato chips.
Hey man, I'll take those two.
100% of the text messages I get from you now are snack related.
They are
100%.
Look, I want you to realize that I know I haven't done it in a long time, but the pornography comes through email, not text.
Okay, but you do have my email, right?
Yeah, I do, and I'll get back on that. I feel like I have definitely fallen off.
Join my subreddit.
You had one job.
Yeah, no, I have fallen off in that regard, and I will try to do better. But the chips are flamin' hot barbecue ruffles. They're fucking awesome. God damn it! I meant to grab the bag before I came over here, and I forgot.
That might change my next pick. I really want to try those. Have you tried those with like dip?
No, I don't put anything on them, man. Straight out of the bag.
Straight up?
Flamin' hot barbecue. Because it's got that barbecue, it's the Ruffles crunch, the barbecue flavor,
It's got the cookie
flamin' hot
crunch.
heat.
Yeah.
It's like all make this amazing amalgamation of flavor. Fucking wonderful.
Well, it changes mine. I was gonna go Ruffles because just original Ruffles because it's like that's
get
the
it.
superior dipping
That's
chip.
the dip chip.
That's
Yep.
the dip chip. Fucking waves, get the fuck out of here. It's got to be.
Get
I
out
mean,
of here with that
got to be.
bullshit.
It has to. Why even?
I like a plain baked lay with a dip too, though.
Does that hold up? I've never had. Yeah, the structure that's there.
Wait, a baked ruffle?
Yeah.
They are baked ruffles. I'm just mean the plain baked lay.
Man, I have to disagree with you about the
Oh.
structural integrity of the baked leg.
Maybe it's because I don't scoop, I dip.
Oh, I scoop.
Oh,
Oh, I
okay,
scoop.
okay,
That
I
does.
get it,
I can
I
see
get
that
it.
making a
Yeah.
big difference.
Huge difference.
I don't get enough. You guys are both dippers.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
a
a
scooper. Yeah, I'm a scooper. I feel like I don't get enough dip on
I
that.
know, right? I'm getting a thin coating.
so
I
wait,
need,
I
need
scoop
some
standing up.
substance.
Yeah, right. I want it up and scoop.
I folded and dipped.
So okay, important side question to that. Do you use the
Sub question.
I like that. I'm going to isolate that. Do you use the same technique with chips and salsa, or do you have a different technique? Because I also scoop with chips and salsa.
I do scoop chips and salsa.
Okay. Tyler, you scoop?
dip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's different with dip.
I dipped as a kid because I didn't want any of the vegetables. I just
Same.
wanted that salt
Yeah,
and juice.
right, same.
Now I want the chunkiness,
Right.
so I scoop.
And it makes sense because there's nothing to fish for in like French onion dip.
Okay.
Yep.
So-
Okay. Let me clarify this though. So a dip, like a queso dip, something that's like you guys might dip your chips into. I still scoop.
I scoop them all, homie.
I scoop them all. I scoop them all. But I'm multiple chip when I scoop something that's thinner. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, you gotta get like
something
3
like
of
a
them.
queso, a salsa. I'm one chip. I'm getting a good scoop. With a queso or something thinner like that, I'm using multiple chips when I scoop.
If they're
So I get a
thin?
little. So I want the ratio. I want the chip to whatever
though-
dip ratio to be right.
I feel in a multiple chip situation, dipping is that
I
much
love
more
this.
effective because you have increased surface
The
area
surface
between
area,
the
yeah.
chips. So it's actually going up in between those bad boys
You're-
a little
you're
bit,
not
depending on the chip in
like
question.
a whale eating krill.
Yes.
Has anybody had hell of a good French onion dip?
No,
Oh, but that
That's
sounds
my,
awesome.
That's my favorite.
It sounds hell of a good.
That sound hell of a good.
Yeah, love it.
So I'm not going to go with Ruffles now. I'm going to change my answer. I'm going to call an audible, as they say, to a chip that I don't like, but other people like a lot, and is used in chili a lot. I'm going Fritos.
No,
I'm going Fritos.
Those
Yeah.
are gross. I don't like Fritos.
I'm going Fritos. They're oily. They're like, that's what I don't like about them. Is they're like a real oily tortilla
I just
chip,
don't like
but
Fritos. I never have.
I love Fritos and bean dip. I used to eat the shit out of as a
Me
kid.
too. But I love Fritos. I eat them plain. I love them.
it's
Really?
I feel like Fritos are a
chip.
crowd pleaser, and
I do like them.
I like.
I don't. They don't have to be. They like the flavored kind, the twisty flavor.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
no, I like those.
I bet you do, you flavor monger.
I know.
I'm about.
The honey barbecue twist Fritos are the only fucking Fritos I like.
Tanya.
That's the
Only
most grossed
Fritos.
out I've seen Dave be in a while.
Yeah, I wasn't that grossed out about Kratos Tyler. The fucking honey swirl Fritos. Oh my god.
Honey barbecue
No.
Frito twist
God.
are fucking good. Only Fritos. Regular Fritos are fucking nasty in my
My,
The,
my kids,
obviously.
Go ahead, Ian.
Ian
The horror
feels
priestess puts that in her Chex Mix at Christmas time.
different. Those particular ones.
Yeah, the ones you like.
She obviously knows what's good. And I can vouch from her
is
from
good.
her chicken salad that she knows what's fucking good.
I could see it. I could see that being good in a mix. I just can't. I've had those before, and it's like I have not finished that bag. Like it's like the
They
little.
do.
It's the little bag, and it's like no.
Those pair well with the spices and the ranchy kind of flavor that go into her Chex Mix, which I will bring a batch this season to share with you guys. Maybe and some chicken salad. We got to make sure.
Oh,
We got to
please.
make sure John's here that
Oh
day.
please!
All right, yeah. I want to try this.
My
It's-
kids are very picky, so very rarely do I make something that they come back for seconds on. But one of the most recent things they all actually came back for more was Frito pie.
Okay.
So Frito pie, like,
I've never had that. What
Yeah.
is it?
It's a bag of Fritos with chili in it.
Oh, okay.
but you meant
You
like
eat
you
it out of the
layer
bag.
Yeah,
it.
people love
The little
Fritos
the
and
little
chili.
bag of chili Fritos. You just put a ladle
No,
of chili.
that's a
in the
walking
bag.
taco.
Oh, see, I always thought that was a Frito pie.
So, okay, so what is
What
a
is your
Frito?
Frito pie is
pie.
like a casserole where you have a casserole dish, a layer of
Oh, like
Fritos,
Frito lasagna.
like Hank Hill, like every Thursday they have
okay.
Frito pie.
Okay.
So it but like the juice of the chili and everything you put onto it, the Fritos turn into like their own certain kind of like tortilla on
It's
the
like a
bottom
corn
once you bake it
noodle.
off. And
Okay,
yeah.
so
Okay.
it like as a textural change.
Yep.
I might like that.
So you've got
then.
the fresh,
I might
crunchy
like that
ones
then.
on top, the now tortilla-ized Fritos on the bottom, and then the layers of meat and cheese, and it's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, that did sound good.
Yummy. Tyler, what is your fourth round pick?
I'm going utilitarian now.
Okay.
I'm going to mix it up. We were just talking about it, so I'm going to say when I do scoop, what I like to scoop with is scoops.
Damn you!
Fritos,
You took
Fritos
my
scoops?
third. Frito
Tostitos.
scoops. Yep, you took my
Frito
third.
scoops?
Fritos or Tostitos? I think they both have
Tostitos.
scoops.
Tostitos.
Oh,
Tostitos
okay, yeah.
scoops.
Spoilers.
Gotcha. That took me a minute to grok.
which I like how they make fun of them in the last Man on Earth.
I don't know.
Because they have a big bit about like he's trying to impress some of the girls. He's the what's his name? I can't remember the Will Forte plays the last man on Earth. When finally he finds women, he's like, oh shit, I gotta impress them. So he goes to the store and gets every kind of chip. But he's like, fuck, I'm not gonna get scoops. Who the fuck likes scoops? Goes back and one of the girls who he thought liked him was like, why don't you get scoops? They're my favorite kind. And then throughout the whole rest of the show, they're usually eating a bag of scoops.
Yeah.
They're the perfect tiny little fried corn cup.
Yep.
For salsa. They're awesome.
I don't
in that
like 'em.
regard.
They always break. They always break on me. They always break on me. I think I'm scooping too much.
You're a heavy scooper.
Scoops
am.
are hard.
I don't eat fucking Fritos, so I wouldn't fucking know. But you know,
No, he's
get it.
Tostitos.
Tostitos.
Oh,
He's Tostitos.
The Tostitos
No, the
scoops
Fritos.
break
The
on you?
Fritos scoops don't break. They just gross.
Okay. All right. We good. I get you. No, I don't have. I don't have trouble with the Tostitos scoops breaking because I always use a minimum of 2.
See, that's what I'm fucking
multiple. I'm putting 2 of them bitches in,
That's
and I'm
what
scooping
fucking
up.
That's
as
like a
much
Venus
as I can.
flytrap for salsa.
Well, no, they're both on the bottom, and I'm just scooping up like anything I
Okay.
can get out of there.
All right.
Yeah, like piling it up.
Okay.
It's
I'll try-
structural reinforcement.
I need it. I do, because every time they break, and I'm like, man, it feels like they're marketing this for me to scoop.
Yeah.
But when I scoop, it breaks.
No, I use 2 because they break.
Yeah, okay. All right. We're heavy scoopers.
Oh yeah.
We're scooper Steves.
Frito scoops.
Frito scoops, yeah.
Is it me?
No, it's
No,
my
it's
turn.
your
I'm,
turn.
I'm picking Frito scoops.
Frito scoops, yeah.
I love them for just eating, and I like them more than Fritos just for eating purposes. And then for dipping, they're superior because
Yeah, they've got some structure.
a lot of surface area, a lot of structure.
They do
You're
have
not
some
losing
structure.
a lot of that in your dip.
It's a lot of Frito flavor, though.
But it is,
If
and
you
you're
don't
not
like
you're not
Fritos.
using those for a whole lot of different types of dip.
Right.
And again, I just like eating them.
Sure.
But dipping them in, obviously Fritos and salsa don't go great together, but like a cheese dip or a chili
or
a
bean.
bean dip
Yeah.
or something, they're perfect for that.
They're like a corn shoehorn.
They really are. They really are.
Yeah.
I wish they'd have called them corn shoehorns. But
Corn horns.
That's my fourth round pick. John, what's your fourth round pick today?
Hey, I
buddy?
just want to say that I respect the Frito. I don't personally care for the Frito, but I respect it because the company is called Frito Lay,
Lay.
like Frito fucking Lay. So
half
obviously
the
Fritos
equation.
are real fucking important. Yeah,
Frito was
I
needed
get
in
it.
this equation.
I get it, but so my fourth round pick is again another kind of odd one. I'm not going with the broad appeal. It's also a ruffle, which I know I've already picked a ruffle, but
okay.
I'm going to go with another one. The jalapeno ranch ruffles are the shit. I love them. They're one of my favorite chips ever.
I haven't had those. I'll have to try them. I like a ruffle. I like a jalapeno. I like a ranch. Sounds like this might be a good chip for me.
I'm telling you, will not be disappointed.
Dave, round 5, baby. This is it for all the chips.
Just going to wrap it up with one of my personal favorite chips. None of these on my list so far have been personal favorites. I mean, I like most of these on here, but I'm going to go with the Paqui Haunted Ghost Pepper chips. Sorry, man.
You took my fifth pick.
You had 4 picks. You had 4
I was saving
picks.
that one because
You were worried someone was going to take Ruffle Jalapeno?
No. I was saving that one because I know that's a niche chip. Like
I know. That's why I was. Yeah, I get it. That's why I was saving it too. But man,
get it. I get
those fucking rule.
Hell yes, they do.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
They're hot. They're spicy chips.
You know what else doesn't fuck around? Taki. I like me a
Hell
nice
yeah.
Taki.
Dude.
I'm not going to put it on my list because I can't eat them all the time.
Yeah.
But Taki's got that shit going on. They are delicious.
My kids
They are
do like
really good.
Takis.
Are
They're-
super salty and super limey, and
Yeah.
that's what's so good about
I
them.
do
They're
love
tough.
me a good limey.
They're tough for me to eat, but I do like them. Like it's kind
They've
of
got kind of the same Tostito problem though, right?
but
like
bigger
the powder.
because there's
There's just it's
Yeah.
the Taki chip itself is probably only about a millimeter thick.
yeah.
It's all that powder.
It's a lot, and it's like they like there's veneer on it because it has that feel. It does have that like real. I can eat like 3 of those.
And then you gotta
wrap the bag up, and it's like
Yeah,
okay,
have some more
You
later.
need the chopsticks. You need
Ooh,
what
get the
Tyler.
chopsticks.
Yeah.
Chopsticks.
Tyler, you're up. What's
So
round
my
5 for
last
you,
pick will be sort of my dark horse different pick. Because I love garlic. Love
Okay.
garlic roasted, any
Hell
kind
yeah.
of garlic flavoring. I had shit tons of it. I love garlic. What I don't care for is Parmesan. And you so frequently see the two of those smashed together.
Sure,
I
yeah.
fucking no. Give me fucking garlic. Don't give me garlic Parmesan. Gross. Nah, I'm over it. I'm done. It tastes fake and shitty in so many things.
Okay.
So there's a chip that I found that not Parmesan, just garlic flavored pita chips.
huh? Okay,
I think they're that Simply brand.
yeah.
The Simply
We've had those.
garlic pita chips.
Well, I think we've gotten those at our house before.
Man.
And they are good. I think we
Yeah.
were using it as like a dipping chip.
Yep.
Yeah, for hummus.
Yep.
Hummus.
Hummus.
Yeah, that's a good pick, man. I like that.
I do like garlic.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a great flavor.
I would be surprised if you guys even know what my 5th pick is, if you've ever heard of it.
Okay.
Munchos.
I've heard of
I've
Munchos.
I've seen Munchos.
I have not.
I don't know that
never
I've
had
ever
one.
had them.
They're awesome.
Describe them to me, please.
They are...
ASMR style, please.
No, I don't do that. But they're light. They're very light and airy.
Light and airy.
Light and airy. They're like a Pringle, only less.
Is the bag yellow?
No, it's like
Okay.
a red foil bag.
God, no. I don't think I've even seen these
But
before.
there's something else. I think there is an equivalent
silver,
to
right?
Munchos that more people might be familiar with. I just can't think of the name of them. These things they're salty. They're light. They're like potato crisps.
Oh, I've seen. Okay, yes, I've seen these in the store. Yeah. Okay. So they're different. They're different than Lay's.
Melissa loves those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really, really airy.
Yeah, they're like
Okay.
you put it in your mouth and it immediately dissolves. Kind of, it's
Yeah.
crunchy for a moment and then it's just gone. I can eat an entire bag of those in one sitting and not feel like a filthy pig after doing it because they're very light. They're very, I won't say low calorie, but they're just not filling. So,
Okay.
big fan of Munchos. Always have been. The only reason I don't buy them is because I will not just eat a few. I will eat the whole thing every time and share with no one. I'll bring 4 bags of Munchos to the show sometime, and you can try them because you can't have because you can't have any of mine. John, what's your 5th pick, buddy? This is it for all the marbles.
Well, I was since you took what would have been my 5th pick,
Right.
Since Dave took it, I was eyeballing that bag of Cardi B wrap snacks back there.
Wrap snacks are real
because
good.
The Cardi B honey barbecue wrap snacks are fucking delicious, but that's not what I'm going with.
Oh, you fucking.
I'm sorry. I saw you writing, and I was like,
Thank
I
you,
gotta
pencils.
throw an end into this.
What is it, buddy?
It's gonna be. Oh, I haven't had those, but no, it's gonna be the sweet chili Doritos, the purple bag sweet chili Doritos. Those are fucking good.
I think a lot of these picks are great for everyone that's listening, the way they could possibly go try some of these for themselves. Some of them are a little more obscure, so they may be harder to find in your area, but that's a good choice too.
We have a
Purple
very
bag.
good diversity here.
Doritos,
Yeah.
purple
our
bag.
draft.
That's what you gotta look
really, really good chips are one of the most diverse genres of food to me.
for. Hundreds.
Although they're all made out of the same basic ingredients, there's so many different flavors. It's
When I was asking earlier about let's define a chip, what I was trying to do, and I knew I wasn't going to get there, but what I was trying to do is I was trying to work pork rinds in somehow. I know they're not a chip.
I would have voted for that.
But they're they fill that same category for me. I get it, John. I do. I get it. I don't think they're a chip, but
I would call them chips though.
But
Like I would say bag of chips.
but if they're in like a
Bag
bag,
of rinds.
I get it. So that's kind of what I wanted to kind of feel that out without saying pork rinds. But I love some fucking pork rinds. Those are like perfect. Like anytime I'm on a road trip, I want some pork rinds, unless they don't have good ones. and then I just get some other chips instead.
Buffalo combos are my road food.
Ooh,
Combos are like I don't. If cars didn't exist, combos would go out of business.
I think it is illegal to eat them just
Is it
at home as a snack.
Buffalo
Sriracha
blue
honey
cheese?
combos.
Isn't that the
Buffalo
Great.
blue cheese.
Buffalo
yeah.
blue
Buffalo
cheese
blue cheese
combos
is really
are
good.
the shit.
Along with some nice regular old teriyaki beef jerky. That is the great combo. Also, teriyaki beef jerky goes great with munchos.
Oh, okay,
Munchos.
I haven't heard of those.
You get
It's this light air.
honorable
Like Three
mentions?
Musketeers, but a chip.
Kind of. Yes, it's the Three Musketeers.
The potato
of
flavored
chips.
Three Musketeer. I have some honorable mentions that first of all, like, did we fuck up by? I don't think any of us did a Pringle
No.
as
I
a
don't
chip.
think that's a fuck
No.
up.
I like a Pringle.
You don't think that's a fuck up? I like
I
a
like
Pringle
Pringles
a lot.
fine, but I don't. They didn't make my
no.
list for a reason. I thought of Pringles, but I didn't make them.
Those hot ones, salsa verde.
Pizza Pringles.
Those are the ones.
Oh,
Those are the
the hot
only
ones,
Pringles that I
Pringles?
would have picked, and I would have picked those.
I thought
but
about those,
I was
but
going,
the Pocky Ghost Pepper chip, they won out. But like, I like the scorching hot green verde or verde salsa Pringles, and then also just straight up cheddar Pringles. I think
I
are
love the cheddar
real
ones.
good.
Those are my favorite. And my honorable mention, my second favorite Pringle is just plain old Pringles.
I like the
regular-
reduced fat anal leakage Pringles.
I know you like the salt and vinegar. Have you had a salt and vinegar Pringle?
I have,
Them
but
shits
those-
I
is
like
good.
those too.
Those
shits
don't
is good.
hit hard enough for me.
I
I
get
like
it.
that
Yeah.
really abrupt vinegar flavor. It's very subtle in a
You
Pringle.
can try those kettle then. 'cause,
Oh, yeah. No, I just
kettle
finished a
salt
bag
and
of those
vinegar. Oh,
earlier.
did you? Okay, yeah.
Like
those hit
literally
hard.
today. Yeah.
I almost went. This is another one that I
And
really
you're right,
like.
they do.
I almost went Zapp's Crawtators,
Oh,
but I was
yeah.
kind of blocked by the Kettle chip because like as soon as Kettle came in, it's like nothing. Kettle's such a powerful brand, and like nothing's gonna top Kettle. People love Kettle chips, and they're good chips. I like the Kettle jalapeno and all that too. But Zapp's Crawtators, I like the Voodoo. Fine, they're good, but like the Crawtators are real good. Funyuns is on my honorable mention.
I like a Funyun, but they don't like me.
I got you.
Get that.
I don't get them often, but like when I get them, I always enjoy them. It's always like, Funyuns. Like I haven't had this in a while. Man, that's a
God,
good.
how good Funyuns were.
Yeah, that's a good. I should get these. Nah, not tomorrow. I've had enough. I've met my quota for Funyuns. You know?
Before Tanya started with the horror priestess, Tanya started having her stomach issues. Funyuns were her go-to snack. Like she fucking loved them, and I was so sad because she can't eat them. And then like a couple months ago, she's like, "I'm gonna have a Funyun," and that was a big mistake.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it made her a lot of pain.
Damn it.
She was in a
Single Funyun?
worst, one or two.
Oh no!
Did you give her a Star Crunch afterward?
Well, she can't eat that either.
No,
What
she
about-
can't eat Star Crunch.
No, she loves those.
Oh,
What
my
about the
God.
Lays? The Lays that are flavored like Funyuns.
I think
have
it's
those?
the powder. I think it's not the thing that the chip's made of. It's that onion powder that in the concentrated salty onion powder that they put on those things that it took her down.
What about
She was like
onion
down
rings?
for the night.
Damn.
after that. And I was like, God, I hate that because she used to just eat them and be so happy eating Funyuns, and now she can't. That makes me sad.
Is there something like, how like people are lactose intolerant, so they'll take a pill and then they can eat some fucking ice cream and it won't like destroy them? Do you think there's some sort of like pharmaceutical that she could take like before eating that might like subdue that a little
No,
bit?
unfortunately, what she suffers from is known as gastroparesis, which is stomach paralysis. So her stomach's partially paralyzed. So when things go down in there that don't get
Yeah.
digested fast enough,
just sits there.
It sits there and causes things to flare up, and it makes her sick. And food sits in there too long, and it's nasty, and she hates it, and we all hate it. But yeah, there's nothing that we can do about it, unfortunately. Because if there was, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
We would be she'd be taking the pills and eating the Funyuns, but you
And
know,
the Star Crunch.
it's all good.
I've got 4 honorable mentions.
Okay, what you got?
Sweet, get them.
The first one being garden salsa sun chips.
Those are
Man,
good.
sun
like
chips
a
are
garden
good. I haven't had a garden salsa, but I do like a sun chip from time to time.
Sour cream and
garden
onions,
salsa.
sun chips are pretty good
All
too.
right.
The cheddar ones.
The
are
cheddar
my
ones. I
go-to.
do like the cheddar sour. Oh yeah, the cheddar ones.
New York bagel chips. If you've had
New
Those are
York
good.
bagel
bags.
chips.
That's a good choice. That's
So
a great
good.
honorable mention.
Very
Those are
good.
really good.
Very good.
Also, will fuck your gums up.
Yeah, they
In
will.
a hardcore way.
You gotta want it to
Yeah.
get through.
I like to
some
get a bag of the
those.
plain one of those whenever we try hot sauces.
Yeah.
This is one like I don't think very many people like these, but I remember someone sent them to us. I fucking love them. I've seen it. They've started appearing in stores around here. I fucking love the Grippo's horseradish and cheddar.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, they're not for everybody.
No, they're not.
They are
Andy,
potent.
Andy bought a bag and ate like 2 of them and was like, "You might like these, but they are way too fucking strong for me."
This tastes like anger.
Oh yeah,
Tastes like
this
burning.
tastes like cheese and anger. Man, they are good, but they are really fucking strong.
They are stout.
It's
good,
funny
though.
because like usually my threshold for hot
I did like 'em.
things is low, but when it comes to horseradish stuff, I could go all
It's
night.
different. Yeah,
It
it's a
hits
different kind. Yeah, totally.
And I love it. I don't care how hot
Totally.
it is. I love that
it's
flavor.
nasal that you get.
It's like
from the
it's
fucking
like
horseradish.
cocaine without cocaine. It gets in the gets in
know
the
what
back
you're
of
Is
your
that what
throat.
cocaine is like?
I don't know. It's in the it's in the back of your throat and drains your sinuses. Oh,
I've never wanted to try cocaine more in my life than right. It's like, oh, it's like horseradish. It's like horseradish, but you get a bunch of shit done for a short amount of time.
it's what I imagine. I truly have never done coke, but I've been told by several people that that's what it's like.
Casey said it was awful.
Oh yeah.
We've had a long conversation about that. He said
What,
it was
cheddar
awful.
horseradish or coke?
I'm sure he's had both.
Coke with horseradish in it.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah, my last
Wasabi
one,
coke, not a good call. Bad call.
my last one being the kettle pepperoncini chips.
I've never had
They're
those.
also very
Those
good.
sound good. I like pepperoncinis. That's all right.
Is it pepperoncini? Because my whole life I've said pepperoncini.
I've always said chini, but I can see it going
I
another
think
way.
it's
John, what I do
tomato.
is whenever somebody says it, I just say what
That's
they
what
said.
you say. Yeah, no, I got you.
And
I
it
got
works all the time until there's a group of 4.
In which case, you just nod. Sounds good.
you. Yeah, both are good. They're both good. They're the same fucking thing. That's why they're both good.
I've had the conversation like Nikki's had to explain to me at least 5 times that pepperoncinis are not the same thing as banana peppers.
No, they're not. They're not.
They are not the
100%.
same.
They're both fucking good.
They're both great.
but they are different.
Can I tell it, like, if I put a blindfold on, you're like, I'm going to chop this up. I'm going to give you a sliver of each so you don't get an idea of the size. Tell me which is which. I would not be able to do it.
I think I could. I think I could tell the difference.
I'm jealous.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get both at the
Okay.
store right now.
Okay.
See, what we would do though is while you're eating the banana pepper, I would say, "You taste the pepperoncini in that?" And
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Yes, I do," but it's really banana pepper.
It's like when
We're
you're
tricking you.
expecting to drink a Dr. Pepper and it's a Coke.
Yep.
And then your brain is like,
like
poison! I've ingested poison! I think that's a bit. I can't remember who does that.
Fellas, we are getting dangerously close to the part of the show where we're not going to be able to do community corner, and I brought things to eat. So
Okay.
I want to do that. So
You want to do it now then?
you want to do that part now?
Yeah, I mean, or if you think we have time for community corner, then we can do it then. What?
It's 8.
All right.
We're at an hour and 22
Let's
minutes.
do like an hour on Kirby's Avalanche and then wrap it up with
eating
snacky
stuff.
time.
Since I know like nothing of Kirby's Avalanche, you guys go. I'm gonna go. I have to.
Oh no, we're all
No,
going
we're
to take
all
a break.
taking a break.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Have you not figured out the format of this show yet?
I figured you were coming up on that, but I didn't want to
But good
impose.
draft.
John's like, you guys go ahead and stay in
draft. No.
pain. I'm going to relieve myself.
I got to go. It's not a pain. This twisted tea is empty. Okay.
It was a good draft. Thank you.
Yes, it was. Thank you very
This
much.
would be a close one.
All right, everybody, enjoy this music probably from Kirby's Avalanche while we go relieve ourselves.
And we're back. Back for, what do we call the second? Just the game segment.
The game segment.
The game segment.
game segment.
That was very some Randy Savage vibe to it. Game segment.
Leapin' Larry.
So this week's game is Kirby's
Avalanche.
Avalanche.
or as in France, Avalanche.
Avalanche. Or I think in France, isn't it Kirby's Ghost
Kirby's
Trap?
Ghost Trap.
Kirby's Ghost Trap. Yes.
Yep. And
Which is weird.
I think it makes more sense than Kirby's Avalanche. I thought it was really weird that they named it after a natural disaster because it was like
Was it the eco-terrorist group Avalanche?
Yeah, the insurgent group.
Yeah.
The planet's dying, Cloud.
Yeah. Can't you hear it?
All right, that's one of my achievements.
Shit.
But yeah, I don't. It seems weird that there's a Nintendo game that has like essentially be like Kirby's Tornado. It just feels like it feels like a very like of its time thing because it's like they push back the Advance Wars because of
Kirby's Holocaust. Okay.
Ooh, that's a bit much.
Kirby's Tsunami.
It got dark fast.
That's also not a natural disaster.
You're right. It's a man-made disaster. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that people.
Wasn't there a Schindler's List tie-in on Kirby?
There's a coupon.
Sure.
Yeah, there's a coupon
Kirby
with the
Schindler's
game.
List.
It was
Yeah.
Oscar Schindler's Avalanche.
I don't think that people generally look. I feel like people won't always necessarily associate the horror that is an avalanche until they've seen. They don't like maybe necessarily think of it as such a big deal until you see the footage of an actual avalanche, like on Reddit, which was not a thing, in 1992.
Right.
So I could see why they would go with that and probably be less likely to use something because it doesn't. I don't think people always make that connection that it's really awful. Like an avalanche is a really terrible, horrible thing to happen to people.
You see it like swallowing up a small Norwegian village.
Yeah,
You're right.
about 1 million tons of snow and ice moving at the speed of gravity. So yeah, it's real bad. But I feel like it doesn't have the negative connotation that maybe it should, which is why they were probably okay with using it.
Out of all the natural disasters, it kind of seems like the fluffiest, right?
Well,
Like-
that and that and I think
Kirby's
you're-
hurricane just doesn't quite hit right.
I think
Yeah.
especially as an American, you're less likely to be caught in an avalanche than
Definitely.
any other
Yeah.
natural disaster. So
Kirby's Tsunami.
Kirby's Tsunami.
It
Yeah,
was a
well,
Japanese game, right? So, or
kinda.
Japanese development.
I got a development story for
Okay,
you.
hit
You
me.
might
hear it.
enjoy
let's
this.
hear this.
Have you ever heard of a game called Puyo Puyo?
I
I
have.
have.
This is Puyo Puyo that's been reskinned. So Puyo Puyo came out in like 1991.
Now, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about Jesse Pinkman having anal for the first time and it not going well. Puyo,
Bitch!
bitch.
I must have missed that episode of Breaking Bad.
That's the third one, man. You need to pay more attention.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't
Look at
rewatch.
Mr. White and his tidy whities. Puyo.
Puyo Puyo was developed by Compile in 1991. Compile is a Japanese developer, and they developed it for the MSX2. And then the next year, Sega was like, yo, we want to make an arcade game off of this. So in 1992, Sega made Puyo Puyo into an arcade game released worldwide. And then cut to 95, where they're like, man, we don't have any like really good Puyo Puyo options for North American players on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. So here's what we'll do. Super Nintendo will take Puyo Puyo, slap Kirby on it, and release it as Kirby's Avalanche. And then Sega will take it and slap Sonic the Hedgehog on it and release it as Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Okay.
And all of it is kind of weird because it's like even the original Puyo Puyo had slapped on characters from one of Compile's other dungeon crawling games. So it's like all the characters from it are originally from like the Sorcery Saga, which is this dungeon crawling JRPG that Compile did for the MSX, I think. And it's like, so in Kirby's Avalanche, like while you're playing, Kirby's dancing around and stuff. Like there's this little Kirby that's dancing. In Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, instead of Kirby, it's this yellow Pikachu, like if Matt Groening did like Pikachu, like, you know, but he has like this red gem in his forehead. That is Carbuncle from Sorcery Saga.
Oh, you mean these Chaos Emeralds? Obama chuckled.
Yes, exactly. So, I don't know. I felt like that was pretty interesting, but also weird that they would just slap Kirby on this. And also, it kind of leads into like...
I guess because Dr. Mario already has his thing, so they don't want to use Mario.
I guess so, even though the developer of this game at Compile was heavily inspired by Dr. Mario. Like I was like on the record.
I was about to ask, like after looking at like 10 seconds of gameplay, like it looked similar to Dr. Mario.
It is. It's essentially Dr. Mario. If you're sitting there and you're like, what the fuck is Kirby's Avalanche like? And you've played Dr. Mario, good news. I can explain it easily to you.
Good news, everyone.
It is Dr. Mario, but instead of 3 colors, they're 5 colors. So add 2 colors, and then also in Dr. Mario, when you stack pills, when they're stacked, they're stacked. A pill is a pill. It's a 2-color block that never separates, right? Unless it's cleared. Fuck, this gets more complicated than I thought.
I'm following.
In Puyo Puyo, in Kirby's Avalanche, those pills are actually 2 globs of colors, and they can break off. So it's like if you stack one on another, but you only stack half the block, the other half of the block will continue falling down. And then they clear when you match 4 or more colors.
Yeah.
And that's...
In any which direction, as long as you can draw a line.
Right. Yes.
But
yeah.
see, we all know that the Puyo Puyo thing and everything, that all really was inspired by Kirby's Avalanche. It was because when it is the local pastime in Dreamland, and it has been for years.
That is true.
So they brought it to Earth and branded it as Puyo Puyo first.
That is true. I forgot about that. When Planet Popstar
let me tell you
plummeted to Earth.
Can I tell you a little story, Dave?
Please. The real origin.
First and foremost, I would like to welcome you to Dreamland.
Thank you.
A small and peaceful country situated on a faraway little star. In Dreamland, the local pastime is a puzzle game called Avalanche. Kirby decided that since every Dreamlander plays the game, it would be a great idea to have a countrywide competition to determine who is the best player of all. After months of organizing,
I want to circle around to that.
the first annual Dreamland's Avalanche competition was finally announced to be held at the Dream Fountain. This would be the biggest event in the history of Dreamland. All the Dreamlanders have been practicing and plan to attend and compete. Like Kirby, they have been dreaming sweet dreams of becoming the Avalanche champion and claiming the highly sought after Dream Fountain Cup. The rules for the competition are quite simple. Everyone will travel by foot to the Dream Fountain. If, while on their journey, 2 Dreamlanders happen to meet, they must challenge each other to an Avalanche match. Only the winner of the match may continue onward towards the Dream Fountain. In this way, the number of competitors will be whittled down to a manageable size before the final action at the Dream Fountain.
Okay, now that's what I want to circle back to. Months of planning. Months of planning. And they're like, fuck, man, we don't know how many people are going to show up to this thing. I guess just fight each other in the woods. And then whoever makes it here.
The Woods.
Yes.
Right. Can you help guide Kirby through the competition so he arrives successfully at the Dream Fountain?
I could not.
No. No, I cannot.
That's a big no.
Thank you for asking, Nintendo, but no, it's impossible. Can he rise above the grizzled veterans and achieve his dream of becoming the reigning champion? Not on my watch.
Once again, no, not able.
His fate is in your hands. I let Kirby down. Woefully let him down.
Girl, same.
That is inside the manual to Kirby's Adventure. That is the setup for and the history of Avalanche, the pastime of Dreamland.
And Kirby's one of the few residents that has feet and can travel by foot.
Right. The others
the
have
fountain.
like roots.
Well, he set the rules.
Wow. It's only him and Dedede then that make it there by the end.
So he's like, hey, guess what? If you don't have feet, you don't get to the fountain.
And if I happen to run into you on the way to the fountain, I'll beat you.
I'll lose to you.
I'll lose to you in this.
I'll
and,
talk serious shit to you in a very un-Kirby-like way you know, come to think over the years.
Really does do that.
So, looking at the box art, what would you have expected?
Not a puzzle game.
Not a puzzle game.
Thank you.
Not a puzzle
I would not have
game.
thought that either.
If I hadn't already known it was a puzzle
Yeah.
game, I would have thought it was just another Kirby
Yeah,
game.
because it's Kirby.
And I would have been really disappointed.
Oh, yes.
Just by the fact that it wasn't a Kirby adventure.
Right,
That
yeah,
it's a
totally.
puzzle game
Nintendo-
disguised as a Kirby adventure.
after Tetris, man, and especially after Dr. Mario, Nintendo like did this shit.
Yes.
Because there's Kirby's Avalanche, there's Yoshi, which is another game that I got on the Game Boy as a kid, not knowing it was a puzzle game. I just asked I was like, I love Yoshi from Super Mario World. Can I have that for the Game Boy for car trips? And they're like, yes. And they got Yoshi, and I was like, this is a puzzle game. I guess I have to learn to love it.
Yes.
And I did. And people hate that game. Like that when I looked that game up, people were like, this game is shitty. But I'm like, I don't know, man.
I mean, it had its good
Every
points.
game is somebody's
yeah.
favorite game.
I mean, I would say it's my favorite. But yeah, it was. I will defend it. Where it's like, oh, you Mario spin the plates. That's fun. Make an egg. You play monsters in an egg. Come on. Yeah. And then Yoshi's Cookie. They had Yoshi's Cookie, which is another puzzle game with a Nintendo character kind of slapped on it.
Yeah, but they just didn't give you much
Tetris
on the
2.
box art to tell you that it was a puzzle game. It just didn't look like one. So
Yeah, even on Yoshi, because I was feeling nostalgic today, and I was like, what's the Yoshi box art look like? And I'm like, yeah, it's just like I remember it. And then there's a big red tag on it that says Puzzle Adventure, and it's like, I don't think we had anything like that. on
They
Kirby's
added
Avalanche.
that, yeah.
Because it's like Kirby's on one side, Kirby's on the left, big, and then
course he's
you
big.
see King Dedede in the background. He's the Penguin King, kind of, and it's like he's got his hands up and he's being covered by boulders.
Is he
which-
an emperor penguin?
I hope so. He keeps the baby. He keeps the egg warm. Yeah,
it's just
and then you see some blobs that are kind of connected at the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's your only indication. You just think
Right.
of regular enemies.
Right.
thank God for the back of the box
Yep.
because that's the only way you're gonna know. Very deceptive marketing, Nintendo.
I feel like they sold a lot of puzzle games that way.
I'm sure they did.
So I don't know hardly anything about this game other than the 10 seconds of gameplay that I've
That's
seen.
all you need.
You pretty much got it.
How does this game compare to another game I think came out on the SNES and I know came out on the PlayStation because I used to play it a lot.
Tekken.
Soul Calibur.
Tag Tournament. That's right. No,
But
no.
the Tekken ball.
One of
Part
my
Tekken
favorite,
Tag.
one of my honestly favorite games ever, and definitely one of my favorite puzzle games ever. Bust a Move. Like, how does this compare to Bust a Move?
How does it compare with gameplay wise or just like how in ranking wise?
It's not nearly
Like
as good.
gameplay wise. Like,
It's a lot less fun than Bust a Move.
it is.
I
Okay.
like Bust a
I like
Move.
Bust a Move a lot. Bust a Move is one of those puzzle games where it's like, yeah, it's a puzzle game, but it also has like a bunch of fun elements to it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm about to shit on puzzle games because I'm bad at them.
Yeah,
and
me
like,
too.
and like,
I'm bad at all of them except Bust a Move. I'm okay at Bust
But
a
you
Move.
can be good at Bust a Move, and that's achievable.
Well,
Yeah.
Bust a Move also feels different. Like, my problem
Is it
with,
like
with
more
this
fast
game,
paced than Kirby's Avalanche?
oh my God, Kirby's Avalanche is super fast paced. That's
Really?
not a joke.
Oh, okay.
No,
That's
he's
not
not.
a joke. Like it gets to a point in the match, Like when I'm fighting Wispy Woods, especially, it gets to a point in the match where it's like, all right, man, this is a puzzle game where you can only be successful doing the thing you're horrible at, which is thinking 5 steps ahead.
Making your chains.
Constructing chains
8
on
chains
the
at once.
fly.
Yep.
Also, man, did you almost build your chain? Did you almost do it? Guess what? Your screen's
Boulders.
covered with boulders. And it's like, God damn it. I've been working on this thing for like 10 seconds.
I was gonna own this fucking guy.
God
and
damn
then he
it.
just drops 100 bolts. So in the game, when you complete a certain when you make like multiple clears, like by clearing 4 things at once, or like when you clear 4 and then it drops down and makes others connect so that more clear, it builds up and builds up and builds up, and the more you do in one fell swoop, the more boulders drop on your opponent.
Right. It's kind of like Tetris
okay,
when you get like a really good, when you get that line piece that sinks in and then you really fuck up your opponent. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It's like that.
I think the way that Dave earlier you'd mentioned like drinking Dr. Pepper when you're expecting.
Yeah, I think that was a John Mulaney thing or something. Someone, there's a comedian that has a bit about that. I wish I could remember.
That's how I feel about Kirby's Avalanche or Puyo Puyo, because I look at it and I'm going to play it and I take a drink thinking it's like Tetris, thinking it's like, all right, I'm going to taste Sprite. I like Sprite. I like Tetris. It has the same sort of setup, the same sort of feel. I play it. I take a sip. Poison. This is not what I want it to be.
Yeah, see, my reference points are for these types of games are Bust a Move and Tetris.
Well,
Like,
Bust a Move is like orange juice. It is something like totally different, and I'm going to see it coming.
But again, I think Bust a Move is like Puzzle Light. I love Bust a Move. I love Bust a Move, but a lot of Bust a Move is accuracy based. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I can see.
And I like that element. They're definitely it's definitely a puzzle game, but it's like I feel like it's light. You got like that on one end, and then you have Tetris 2 on the other hand. Tetris 2.
I never played 2.
Fucking don't.
Yeah.
I've heard bad things.
God damn it, I hate that
so
fucking
bad.
game.
Yeah.
And it's like Tetris 2 is like, okay, so if Puyo Puyo is the extension of Dr. Mario, which I really do think it is.
See, I like Dr. Mario though.
Then you
so.
I'm talking a lot of shit on Kirby's Avalanche right now, but I will say that even though I was horrible at it, I did enjoy my time with it. This is usually an end of the discussion kind of thing.
No.
But I did enjoy my time with it. I was very grateful I wasn't streaming it, because this is the kind of game where it's just like I struggle and then catch on fire and I'm not having fun.
Yeah,
because I'm embarrassed.
I play
by
a
how
lot of those games.
Bad I'm doing at the
Where
game.
I don't have fun, but I play them anyway.
But
because
this-
I'm a masochist.
But I had fun playing this, even though it was challenging. I didn't feel like it was just kind of like, well, fuck it. Eventually, if I keep playing this game, eventually I will get good at it, and it's fun to play. If this were like, again, this is jumping way ahead. If this were like one of the few games that I had, it'd be fine. I feel like I would get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
It's an arranged marriage. You'll learn to love it eventually.
It is. I mean,
You might want to be with Tetris. You'll learn to love Puyo Puyo.
But I do, what I was saying earlier was I feel like Puyo Puyo is an extension of Dr. Mario, and Tetris 2 is an extension of Puyo Puyo, because Tetris 2 is a lot like Kirby's Avalanche, except instead of dealing with Dr. Mario style 2-colored blocks or globs in Avalanche, you're dealing with weird shapes. Like you're dealing with these big, clunky shapes
The way they have to circle.
that you have to maneuver around the board.
And there's too much. There's a lot more planning involved if you want to be successful than if you're
at Tetris
working on Tetris. Are you talking about Tetris 2?
I was talking about Tetris 2 specifically for the
That's
SNES.
right. Yeah, sorry. I thought you had gone back to Kirby. Yeah, Tetris 2.
I got to draw the
Right.
multiplicity
It's-
line. Where like
Yeah.
multiplicity. So
A
if
clone of a clone.
if the
of a
original, the
clone.
clone of the clone is Tetris 2,
Gotcha.
the clone of the original is Puyo Puyo, and the original is Tetris, like or Dr. Mario. Like
Yeah.
Tetris 2 threw different shapes in there too,
And Tetris 2 has
which fucks with you.
no charm. It has zero charm. The art is like,
It's awful.
please look up the lion from Tetris 2, because it's like It's like a lion in a kid's nursery, and it's got like a lion's body and a lion's face, human eyes for whatever reason. It's just
yeah, that's not creepy.
just-
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
It's creepy as shit. It has
Everything about that
no
game
charm.
is creepy and unlikable. So,
Oh,
you
okay.
know,
So they just really fucked that up, didn't they?
yeah, it was unnecessary. We did a bit on it, a show on it, and
God, that game. I hate that game
it
so
was
much.
not. It was
God, I hate that game.
not worth it. It was awful.
And that is like playing Tetris 2. That wasn't one where it's like I was having fun playing, and I feel like if I kept playing this, I would get better. Maybe I would, but it's like it's so fucking ugly and like uncharismatic that it's like I don't even want to spend time.
You might
looking
get good at it, but
you
the
know?
journey isn't worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
Kirby's Avalanche, I felt like it had charm.
Yeah.
It was off model for Kirby for sure, but I feel
Savage
like it had
Kirby.
charm. It is, yeah.
World Breaker Kirby.
And it kind of makes sense because it was like it wasn't released in Japan. And it's like, you know how anytime look at box art for Kirby games and compare the Japanese version to the SNES or the North American version. And it's like the box art will be the same except they make Kirby's eyes angry on the North American version. We like Kirby.
Why is that?
Because we like Kirby with Toad over here in the United States.
I want to make sure he's on a mission. He's determined.
Please don't step on my roots.
Fuck your roots.
Bitch.
Yeah. So sorry, we got way off format there, but
If you were to compare this to a movie or a celebrity, what line would you draw for Kirby's Avalanche? Avalanche.
Well, I picked a weird one because I couldn't really come up with anything super good, but I picked Rocky
okay.
because it's head to head. You fight and you train. You're going against the odds. You devote your time to winning, and you lose.
bravo, sir. Bravo.
Couldn't do it.
Me neither.
I got to level 5 and it just destroyed me. And I was like,
Is that Wispy?
yes.
Yeah, that's where I got to.
Yeah, I couldn't get past him.
Nope.
Believe me, it was
Fucking
not for
Apollo
lack of
Creed your
trying.
ass. Just
Yeah, he did. It was not for lack of trying. I really, truly spent a good couple of hours with this game and just could not get any farther than that. And it was enjoyable enough for me to try again. But at some point, it was the colors were starting to blur together, and I was just like, I can't. I'm out. I'm done.
you were seeing plaid.
I was.
I was coming multicolored globules,
Yeah.
trying to chain them together so they disappear.
So that's my movie for this week is Rocky. Rocky 1.
I like it.
I went with Let Me In / Let the Right One In.
Yeah, okay. Mhm.
It's a vampire movie that was first released, I think, I think it's Swedish. I'm not positive.
Yeah, I think
it's
you're
like a
right.
Scandinavian country. And it had an American remake, and it was
Starring Chloe Grace.
yeah,
Moretz.
and it was essentially a shot for shot kind of remake. Like they did change one pretty big detail, but as far as like the way that a lot of things were set up and a lot of the shots were done, they were done in a very similar style. It was one of those where it was like, why did you do that? Why not just release the movie? And the answer is that we don't want to fuck with subtitles and all that. And I get that. A lot of people don't like subtitles. But my analogy here being that Let Me In, the original, is Puyo Puyo, and then Let the Right One In, Let the Right One In is the original. That's Puyo Puyo. Let Me In is Kirby's Avalanche.
Okay.
It was I get it. I get why they did it. Throw Kirby on there, it'll sell, but it's unnecessary.
Right.
It's just
tie it to this successful IP.
If the game's good, it should sell on its own, right?
Right.
I mean, they could have literally called it anything. It could have been Poppin' Twin Bee Avalanche,
Yeah, it could have been
it's
anything.
so modular
Yes.
that and it's like you were saying with the history of it, it doesn't have to. What can we
Well,
use?
it's kind of like
we can't
Dr.
use Mario,
right?
but we're going
They
to
tied
use
it
Kirby.
to Mario.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Nintendo's got that history of doing that. Yeah.
Tyler,
I chose the movie Lost Souls, starring Liev Schreiber and Winona Ryder, to where it's a movie where they think Liev Schreiber might be the Antichrist, and the whole movie is trying to figure out if he is, if it's going to happen, because at a certain time, the clock strikes midnight, and he will become the Antichrist. And spoilers. At the end, they're stuck in a tunnel trying to get to like a church so they can sanctify him to make sure he won't turn into Antichrist. But they're stuck in traffic, and it's like 11:59, and Winona Ryder has a gun to his head. Like, should I kill him before he becomes the Antichrist? And the movie ends.
Oh,
I've seen this movie. I had forgotten about it completely until you just now started talking about it.
I thought you were going to say he got a call and he picked up the phone and it was his therapist and he's like, "You're not with that lady again, are you?" we need to talk.
About this.
I chose that movie because it sucks.
It does. Yeah, it does.
Really bad. Probably the worst movie I ever went to a theater to see.
The whole movie sucks, or is it just the
whole movie?
Yeah.
Whole movie's awful.
Yeah.
Ending especially terrible.
Okay.
I mean, it's got Winona Ryder.
I remember.
And I like Liev Schreiber. I like the two stars, but it's a horrible movie.
Yeah. Okay. When did that come out?
Over 20 years ago, probably.
Wow. Okay. All right. Lost Souls, is it called?
Lost Souls, I believe it's called.
All right.
I could be wrong.
I see a Lost Souls 2000, and it's got Ben Chaplin in it, or Chapin in it.
With Winona Ryder?
With Winona Ryder.
Maybe it's not Liev Schreiber. Maybe I'm thinking The Omen.
I think you're thinking of a different movie. Because I know the one you're thinking about. I've seen it. I remember distinctly watching the clock hit
Like
11:59 in the car. Yeah,
Yep.
it's like the car stereo clock.
Yep.
At that fucking movie. God damn it. I know it. I know the one you're talking about. I don't think it's Lost Souls. It's
It's not good enough to waste your time.
It's not good. No, it's
Definitely waste your time.
I'm gonna find it. Just give me a minute. Like,
Well, while you look at that, John, what Pauly Shore movie will we connect this to?
I got one.
I got one too.
Me too.
I bet we've all got the same one. Pauly Shore's Dad.
No, that's not mine.
Not mine either.
And the only reason I picked Pauly Shore's Dead is because he plays a guy named Kirby in the movie.
Oh, really?
His character's name in the movie is Kirby.
Okay.
Kirby Bucky.
That's a good enough
That
reason
actually
for me.
takes place here.
His name is Kirby
They shot
Avalanche.
that movie around here,
It's
like in
weird.
Paducah and Metropolis and stuff.
When did it come out?
It's been a little while.
Like decades?
Maybe a decade or
Oh.
a little more.
What's it called again?
Pauly Shore's Dead.
They shot it around here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, he plays a guy named Kirby in the movie. So I thought, well, that's really appropriate.
That is very appropriate. Tyler, you and I both did Encino Man.
No.
Whoa! I did Encino Man because in an avalanche you get covered with snow.
Hey, nice.
And Encino Man was frozen and then unfrozen. And yeah.
Okay. Good pick.
I picked a Goofy movie
Okay.
to where Pauly Shore is the best friend who creates the leaning tower of Cheesa
Yes.
from string cheese, and he inhales a bunch of cheese. It's Pauly Shore inhaling things.
Like
Okay.
Kirby.
Like Kirby does.
but not in this game.
Yeah, I don't think he ever
Kirby
does that.
inhales nothing.
No, I don't think. Yeah.
You'd think if you win,
Yeah.
he would inhale the other player's blocks or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
and
no,
spit them back out at him or
none
something.
of that happened. in
Yeah,
this
you're
game.
right.
They left that completely out.
That is a shame.
What are 3 good things we could say about this game?
I can make this really quick on my part. The Puyo Puyo the elements in there, those are fine. If you're into that kind of gameplay and you like that, that's fine. I thought it was easy to pick up and play it, especially because of Puyo Puyo. I mean, I've played it before, and I just feel like any puzzle game that's decent, that's been given some thought, whether it's a ripoff of this, that, or the other or not, is generally got a place on the shelf for any gamer, just to have a puzzle game on hand to play if the mood strikes you. Mm-hmm. But it's funny because in this day and age, apps, you could buy an app for 99 cents and get the same effect. This was a game that you probably spent $30 or $40 on and are stuck with it. If I spent $5 on a puzzle game, like for my phone or on my Switch or something that I didn't care for, I just say, fuck it, I don't care.
Sure.
But, an expensive game back in the day, a cartridge, that's a purchase that it's kind of like you said with Yoshi, you sort of have to live with it.
Yeah, and that is true. I do agree with that, but also the options were way more limited in 1995. You know what I mean? I feel like it's easy for me to shrug off a bad purchase today because it's like, I'll just buy this other $5 game, and it's not a big deal.
But that would have been a commitment.
Yes. Yeah.
And that kind of goes into my bad, where it's like, in this case, it's a puzzle game, and you could have not looked at it closely, or your grandma bought it thinking it was a Kirby game or something.
Easily, yeah.
You're stuck with a puzzle game now.
Yeah.
Again, on the good side of that, I don't think it's a bad thing to have a decent puzzle game in your collection, because it's replayable. It's not something that's going to be the exact same grind over and over and over again. So it's always nice to have something like that. Personally, this wouldn't have been my choice. It would have been Tetris, or it would have been, something like that. But anyway, those are my brief good things.
I've got some brief good things too. I thought this game was easy to pick up, even though I had a really hard time with it as I got into further levels. John, you have the answer to the movie?
I was confusing it with something else. You're right. It's Lost Souls. I was confusing it with, for some fucking reason, Robin Tunney in End of Days, which was actually a fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I don't know where I was getting at.
It's been a while.
But
does it also end at 11:59 in a tunnel?
The scene,
possibly.
The scene I'm thinking about, it does happen, and at the very end, she glances at the clock and she sees 666 on the clock.
Because that's a time.
Bang. Yeah.
Okay.
Not a possible time, right? Yeah. So that's
666 is actually 736. No,
it would be 706. Yeah, 706. Sorry, I spent all that time.
No, that's why I wanted to give you the floor.
Reliving all that shit.
I saw
you're right.
you.
I was wrong. Sorry about that.
You were over there working fucking hard. You were. I thought you were like...
That brow was furrowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I kept thinking it was a different fucking movie.
I thought you were hacking Wall Street over there, man. You were fucking...
I'm in.
Fucking hacking the Gibson.
First good thing, I felt like it was easy to pick up, even though I had a hard time as I got further into the game.
Yeah.
Playing in the beginning wasn't so bad. They try to teach you, there is a tutorial, but it teaches you the mechanics of the game, but it doesn't do a good job of teaching you the strategy of the game. So that's kind of a problem because it relies so heavily on you building these chain reactions. Like, I mean, that's the key to the game. Like,
yeah, you're not going to get out of this doing one thing at a time.
No.
You have to plan.
It's not Scrabble playing 3-letter words.
Right. Yeah.
You have to plan ahead. You
Triple
really
word
do.
score. ARF. Another good thing, I thought that the voice sampling in this game was very good.
Yeah, it was good.
Very, very good. Maybe some of the best voice sampling on the system. And I have a feeling they had a whole bunch of extra space to fill because it's just a puzzle game.
That was one of mine too, yeah.
And then I thought the gameplay was addictive. There were several times where the matches are short enough where it's like, fuck, I'll just play one more.
Yeah.
My only knock against that is while it felt this is because I'm spoiled and it's 2022, it felt like it took just a little bit too long to get back into that match.
Yeah.
Because you have to go through the whole cutscene again. You can skip it, but it loads each time. So it's like there's like 3 screens that you kind of have to skip to get to the actual meat.
One of mine was just how funny Kirby was. You get this savage just talk so much shit to everyone he comes across.
Yeah.
Kirby, that I thought was entertaining. I mean, that's a good thing, a good part of the game.
Yeah.
Of course, the voices, and then they did a good job fitting it thematically. In a way
It
that
did
made
work.
sense.
I mean, yeah, the fact that it was a ripoff still didn't really matter. It felt like a Kirby property,
They pulled it off.
And
but it was a skin.
I
But it
should
worked.
say that the developers, I didn't mention earlier who developed the game. It was Compile. It was 3 co-developers. So Compile, the original Puyo Puyo developer, was involved in the creation of this.
Well, that's good.
So that might ease some of the pain of it.
Yeah, that makes it feel less like a ripoff and more of a mod.
Right.
Yeah.
And then HAL Laboratories, they co-developed
Which
it,
is Kirby's
which is the
parents.
Kirby people.
Yeah.
Do you know a little bit of trivia on HAL? Do you know how they came up with the name of their company?
It's a dog, right?
That was their, it was like a dog with eggs in a
Yeah,
nest
yeah.
is the logo. But they came up with the name of their company. HAL is IBM, just 1 letter off.
Ah, nice.
And that is how they came up with the name of their company.
It's also the name of the computer from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
Which is probably the same logic there.
Probably. Yeah, probably right.
Because
You're
IBM
probably
was
never
around
thought
back
about it,
then.
and I bet you're fucking right.
So they co-developed it along with, hold up, I have to look this one up because I'm not familiar with them, but I've got it in my notes. It's got a super memorable name. I'm sure you guys all know it. Ban Presto. Sounds like they make pasta, dried pasta.
Or how to make your own pasta.
Pan presto.
It's an offshoot of Ronco industry.
Thank you for pausing so long for me to get that extremely useless information to everybody.
What are 3 bad things?
For me, first and foremost, for me, and this is just it's just me. It was hard for me to play this game strategically. Everything that I did right was almost always accidental. If I made lots of things bloop and blow up at the same time, it had nothing to do with planning. It was just pure luck that I bust this up and they all connected and more blew up after that, and I just wasn't very good at it.
That's on my list too.
Yeah.
It says
happy little accidents.
I'm bad at it.
Yeah.
And I'm said that's not a fault of the game. It just also colors my perception
It's my
of
brain.
it.
Yeah.
I just can't think. I can't think 5 steps ahead. Like maybe eventually, if I played it enough,
I feel like I'm
could
so
do
ingrained into Tetris. Like you have to break out of that Tetris mold 100%. And it looks like Tetris, and I wanted it to feel like Tetris, and it just didn't.
Yeah.
And I couldn't bend my brain around what it wanted me to do.
Well, and on top of that, in my opinion, it got too hard too early. It was like, there are a lot of levels in this game, and I couldn't get past level 5. I can't imagine how much harder it would get in subsequent levels.
Because level 5 is a clusterfuck.
It is. And I didn't think it's harder, then there's no point. I don't
It didn't
see how
exactly ease you in.
Well, no, it kind of does, but it's like by level 3 or 4, it starts to get too fast. And it just comes so fast. I'm like, this feels like
You said you liked that.
it just feels like a much more the point at which it gets harder to the point where it's too hard for me to do well should have been 5 more levels ahead.
Yeah,
Like I
get that.
I don't think they tapered it up enough. It just went from being enjoyably difficult to impossible.
It's a spike. It feels
Yeah.
like if you've ever played an MMO, or I guess a regular RPG, it feels like a DPS check. Wispy
Yeah.
Woods felt like a DPS check,
Yeah, it
where it's
did.
just like you're not gonna get any farther in this game until you're good enough. Like you have to
agree.
reach a certain skill.
I feel that they're testing you at this point.
Yes, it does. It feels like a test.
They're saying if you can't get past this, you may as well not continue. And it worked because I stopped. And again, I didn't think it was a bad game. I just felt like I got tired of trying. And they do have a practice mode and they have a 2-player mode. And I mean, so there's still a lot of fruit to pick from that tree.
Yeah.
But if you're into the competition part of getting through the adventure, so
Which
to
is the
speak,
story, right.
which is a story mode, you better get good, son,
Yeah.
because they're gonna make you want to stop.
I do on my list of good things I should have mentioned the different modes, because I like that there's a practice mode, and the way that works is you're not bombarded with boulders, so you can kind of learn how to build chain reactions. And the problem with that is it's just not fun for me. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't feel. It's not gratifying.
There's no consequence.
Well,
so, like it.
the consequence is just it feels like time wasted, because it doesn't feel like I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
It's
feels
kind of like playing bots.
It's why I can't play.
Yes.
It's why
Yeah.
I can't play casual CS. Like
Yeah.
I have to play competitive.
It's
Yeah.
why,
Can't
it's,
play
well, it's
casual.
why I can't play
Like-
Magic the way it's supposed to be played. I want to build these big defensive,
I have to have-
fun mechanics, and it's not how you play Magic.
Not competitive enough. Like
Yeah,
they're
not fast, and
Yeah.
I want to set up a mousetrap. I want to play mousetrap only with Magic cards.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage, 10 damage, you're dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and my last thing I had already mentioned was it could get a little stale, and I feel like that's a hefty price to pay for a puzzle game that sort of shuts you down relatively early in the story mode.
Yeah.
So, and that's a commitment. That's a $30, $40, $50 commitment back in the early 90s that you may play through this and be like, and put it away and never play it. And it may be something you revisit later. That's the beauty of a puzzle game. It can always be revisited later, but that's the beauty of something like Tetris, because Tetris is Tetris, baby.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be Tetris, and you just can't really go wrong with it.
Nope.
You know, and to speak to this game's difficulty, I pulled that Tetris Effect game off of Xbox Live. It's like the super acid trippy version of Tetris. It's the most recent version. And some of those are really hard because the backgrounds are changing and the music is going and it's speeding up, and it's crazy, but it's fun and enjoyable and doable. Whereas in this one, again, they just shut you down so early where you're just like, and it's not enough. I don't want it.
Yeah, Ian got me that mug. John's adoring
I
that.
just
Urban Cobb.
noticed this, and I've listened to so much of the Scott Pilgrim game that I saw the Irvin
It's
Cobb
great,
apartment.
isn't it?
I just now saw the Irvin Cobb Apartments mug and was like, "Oh my god,
I know, I
this is
love that
fucking
thing.
awesome!
I love that thing.
Holy shit, I want one of these."
There's one
Sorry.
left, I think, at the
Sorry,
store I
that's
bought it
fucking
at.
awesome.
I still need to snag that up for Tyler. But yeah, those are my bad things. And again, it doesn't make it a bad game. Every game has some bad things, and this is fine. It's fine. Again, the theme of this episode today, it's fine.
I think this is a good game, but I think that you have to really like puzzle games.
I agree.
Like, I think the reason that whenever we do a puzzle game, Tetris comes up like a million times, and it's for good reason. Tetris is like the puzzle game, and it's also like the one that everyone's played the most. And it's like,
You don't have to be a puzzle game fan
Right.
to love Tetris.
it feels like a good, and this is going to sound, I'm not trying to downplay Tetris, because it's like, I can't play Tetris super well, but I can play, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can play it. And understand what's going on. It's like there are puzzle games where it's like Puyo Puyo, like Kirby's Avalanche, where it's like I cannot think 5 steps ahead.
Yeah.
When I can't do it.
There are people who can look at a chessboard and know they've won.
Right. I'm not.
and
that
I'm
ain't
not
me.
that fucking person.
That ain't me.
So this is not going to be the game for me.
Especially when it's like, and especially when it's demanding, because it's like you have to make these decisions like now. You have to make these decisions now. You got to make them quick, because if you don't make them quick, you're going to be covered in boulders. Like that sucks, because it's like when I was in second grade, we were doing multiplication tables or times tables. Man, I studied those motherfuckers constantly, you know, and I drilled them at home. I drilled them with my parents. I drilled them. And then when it came time to take the fucking test and the teacher was like, you have 2 minutes.
You're done.
And then it's like 2 minutes. And even going in knowing it's 2 minutes, it's just my brain is like, hey man, forget all of that shit you just memorized. Here's all you can think about. 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. They told my kid he had to do 150 fucking sight words in like a certain amount of time, and I was just like, God, if I was a kid, that would so like.
Just don't tell me the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just have him just tell me to do it as fast as I can.
Right.
Don't tell me what the fucking cutoff is
I'd rather
and
be
watch
cut
me
off.
beat it.
Right, exactly.
Versus telling me what the limit is, and now I've got that like wall built in my head.
That happens
You know,
to me
fucking hate
with
it.
everything. Like any game, like a Mario game or something where there's a timed anything, I immediately panic and do badly.
Well, that's
because
like,
I'm
yeah.
trying to beat the clock.
Sonic drowning.
Quit putting that on me. Put
Put that evil on me, Bobby.
Did you guys
Yeah.
play Math Train?
No.
So,
Is that a sex thing?
yes, almost. So Math Train in elementary school was where you stayed in your seats. The first two people, like the two A's or whatever, on the would stand up by each other, and the teacher had flashcards. She'd hold up the multiplication or addition, subtraction, whatever flashcard, hold it up, and the first person to shout out the answer then moved on to the next seat.
Okay.
And basically, the winner was the first kid to make it all the way back around to their
To
seat.
the back. Okay.
So just like you knew that kid comes up to you, you both stand up, and then as quick as you can, like trying to solve it.
Uh-huh.
I remember I was never great at it, but I made it. We did it for the entire fifth grade one time. So we just had a massive in the gymnasium, like massive, all the entire fifth grade doing one big math train. But it was also like I could just think about it and get that still sort of timed anxiety.
Oh, yeah, man.
But we all loved it so much. I remember we had Super Saturdays at Murray State where we'd go to the some kids who ever passed whatever kind of test, you would go to Super Saturdays at Murray State University and pick from like 5 topics, and you'd go every day for a week, whatever topic for some fun class. I remember for some odd fucking reason I chose French. I don't know. So I went to Super Saturdays and did French. But we all just wanted to play Math Train so fucking badly. We played Math Train in French. Well, would this go top, bottom? Where would you put it on your list? Should it have been on IGN's top 100 Super Nintendo games?
Which it was.
It was. I this would be a high middle for me, like towards the good side of middle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's a good little puzzle game. I think there's plenty of games behind it that weren't any good. Even from the puzzles genre, I don't think this would replace a Tetris or something.
Yeah.
But it's a good game. It's fine. I like it.
I wouldn't put it in the top 100, but it'd be in the top 250.
Yeah. That's about right for me. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't put it in the top 100. Mean Bean Machine's actually better. Because it has, I shouldn't say way better. It's not way better. Mean Bean Machine has a password save system.
There you go.
And this doesn't.
Also,
I thought that it looked better. I get why they chose Kirby, I guess, but like, I don't know. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine had real like Sonic the cartoon energy.
Yeah.
And I liked that a lot. Because you're playing against different robots, and they all kind of have that like aesthetic to it from like the cartoon.
Hey, I'm sorry to like jump in here and interject. You've seen Sonic 2, right? The
Nope.
movie,
Yeah, it's great. It's better than the first one.
the
I
fucking
thought.
coffee shop.
Yeah, the Mean Bean Machine.
The Mean
I think that was in the
Bean, yeah.
first one too.
was, yeah.
Yeah, that I can't tell you how happy that made me.
No, it's great. I love all
I was
the.
like, I see what you're doing there, and I approve.
There are so many references in those movies, and I think in the second one in particular, where it's like there's a Parks and Rec reference in it, and it's like nice, okay, nice.
buy, rent, or birthday.
This is a rental for me. I wouldn't have been upset. I would have been kind of like unpleasantly surprised if I'd gotten this for my birthday, but then I would have just adapted. Well, it's a puzzle game. I'm going to have to get good at it and play it. So it's fine. But if it wasn't for that, this is a rental for me.
Yep.
I never cared to have a puzzle game in my library unless it was a Tetris game.
Yep,
a
put it
good
there.
Tetris game.
Yeah, I'd say rent as well.
Birthday. I wouldn't ask for it, but it's kind of one of those games where I could totally see me getting
You're
and
getting
being
it
and
from
being
an
like,
aunt or
okay,
something,
yeah. But the real problem is like I had a bunch of puzzle games, but they're all on the Game Boy, which is I feel like the perfect.
Yeah,
like, I want a
true.
portable puzzle game. I don't want to sit down at a TV and play a puzzle game. It feels like a waste of time,
Yeah.
which sounds
Excellent
really
point.
weird.
No,
No, I get it. I get it.
point.
Yeah.
No.
You want to play it while you're taking a shit,
Right.
not while
I
you're
want to pass some time. I
Yeah.
don't. It's weird when I play other genres. I don't feel like I'm passing time. I feel like I'm enjoying a game.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's just because I don't like the. It's because I don't like the puzzle genre. I'll play it to pass time and it's fine, but I want to do it for 5 minutes and then put it down and then go play what I really want to
Yeah,
play.
That's a perfect way of putting that.
Oddly
Absolutely.
enough, I never owned a Game Boy, but my cousin, whom I stayed with a lot, had a Game Boy. I played more Tetris on the Game Boy than I ever did on my Nintendo.
It's weird on the NES.
It's weird,
Playing Tetris
yeah,
on the
it
NES
is.
feels
It is.
so weird to me.
It is.
But on the Game Boy, it's like
it just feels natural.
and it's
on the
weird
Game
Yes.
because the Game Boy is black and white.
Right.
You know what I
doesn't even
mean?
have color. Yeah, but it still
But yeah, it
somehow
feels right.
more natural.
Yeah,
on the
totally.
Game Boy.
What do you
with
think
you.
Flopsy has to say about it?
What do you guys think? Is this what they give it? What they rate it? And was it common, uncommon? What's the rarity on this bad boy?
I bet it's common. It's a Kirby game still.
I think it was Nintendo published, so it does kind of make me think it might be common. But 1995, that's late. That's a late Super Nintendo game.
Oh. But I bet the
Ish.
reviewers
It's not-
loved Puyo Puyo. I can just imagine that. So I'm gonna say they gave it 3.5 stars.
It's really not that late, come to think of it. I mean, like Chrono Trigger, that came out after Kirby's Avalanche. So, fuck.
Common 3 stars.
That's what
Common
I was,
3.
That's what I was going to say.
Common
3.5.
Common 3.5.
Common 3.5 stars.
Common. According to the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mole Mike and Shadowy Benefactor. Yeah, it's common and it is 3 stars.
Got it in one.
I could see it going either way. That was tough because I really like. On one hand, it is Nintendo and they do publish some games, but on the other hand,
They've been known to.
on the other hand, it's a puzzle game and it's 1995. I don't know.
Do you have any achievements?
Yes,
I got a couple.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
My first achievement is Bob Blah Blah. And to earn Bob Blah Blah, connect 4 groups of blobs on purpose or by accident. My second achievement is Boulder. I don't even know her. And to get Boulder, I don't even know her. Drop a shitload of boulders on your opponent on purpose or by accident. That's it. Those are my achievements.
I was mesmerized by John.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out where this cord went. I was like, it's unplugged. Shouldn't it be plugged into something? I don't know.
Nah, not unless we want to get audio from it.
Cool.
I've got one.
What
Just
you
one
got?
single achievement. The Dahmer Party. Get buried in an avalanche and die.
That's the Donner Party.
Donner.
Donner, thank you. I say Dahmer, Donner, the Donner Party.
Dahmer
that-
ate people,
'cause that would
and
also
the
be
Donner
fucked up.
Party also had to eat people. So I totally see where you're getting that confusion.
Dahmer
from.
loved Kirby. Do you remember when King DDD ran out of Kirby's house and told the cops that Kirby was trying to eat him. And then Kirby was like, no, he's just my gay lover. And the cops were like, fuck that shit.
Hey, man, we ain't touching that. We ain't touching that. You just go back with this crazy motherfucker and, get killed. That was sad.
Kirby drilled a
That is
hole
sad.
into Meta Knight's head.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yo,
Where
that
blobs come from.
is it Netflix that made that show? The
I have no
Dahmer,
idea.
man.
I don't know. I know.
That
I've heard
shit's
about it.
heavy as
Yeah.
fuck. Like, it's good.
Yeah.
Goddamn, Evan Peters, man.
It's Netflix.
Evan Peters is going to play all the bad people in history.
Evan Peters is really fucking good at that shit.
Yeah.
I got some achievements. First of which is Kirby's Landslide. In order to unlock Kirby's Landslide, play this game in Miami, where the only time snow has been recorded was once in January 19th, 1977.
Nice.
Next achievement, Kirby's Line Trap. In order to unlock Kirby's Line Trap, play Kirby's Ghost Trap with Bailey J in a PAL territory. Next achievement, The Planet's Dying Cloud. In order to unlock The Planet's Dying Cloud, you have to, in order to not lose your progress, since there's no password system, leave your Super Nintendo on overnight, which of course drains the planet's precious Mako energy. Then realize the error of your ways, stop the mercenary life of playing Kirby's Avalanche, and join Avalanche, the eco-terrorist insurgent group. Or just play Dr. Robotnik's meme.
That's really good.
Yeah.
How much do you guys think this game is if you were to buy it loose?
It's a fucking Nintendo game, so I still think it's going to be high. $27.
$27.
$38.
$38. John?
$25.
$25.
$25.
$25. Actual retail value of Kirby's Avalanche for the Super Nintendo loose, on average, according to PriceCharting.com, is,
At the time of this recording.
at the time of this recording, thank you, $14.19.
Wow.
Low boy.
I was going to give you guys a hint and say, I own this one.
Also, it's super cheap. Got it.
Is it
Falling
worth
on a
it?
budget over here, motherfucker.
I think
it
it
worth it?
is. I think it
Yeah.
would be worth
$14.
$14.
I think
Yeah.
it's worth it.
I've spent $14 on less quality items than
Spent
that.
$14 on a bad
Spend $14 on
food,
stuff that's not
like
even
a bad
real.
meal.
Yeah. And the other thing I wanted to cover was I wanted to compare this to other puzzle games, which we already pretty much have. The only one that I feel like I want to compare it to is Wild Snakes.
Oh, God. I'd forgotten about Wild Snake.
I like that one, but I
It's
feel
better. I think it's better than this.
like, do you?
I do.
Okay, because I'm kind of torn on that one, legit.
Yeah,
where
I
it's
think
like I'm
Wild-
not sure.
I played way more Wild Snake than I
Yeah.
could stomach in this game over 2 episodes. So,
Yeah. Okay. Tyler,
yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun talking about natural disasters and Dahmer with you.
Dahmers and Donners and Bonners and Blitzen.
Oh my!
Oh, my.
I remember that my favorite Ranger's Dahmer.
And Dahmer and Blitzen.
Ian almost got a face full of lemon lime Gatorade Zero.
Worth it. Worth it.
Now I'm really struggling. Where it's like, man, how bad do I mess Henry up?
You've always got that in the back of your head, don't you?
Just enough
It's
so
always
it's funny.
there.
yeah. Where it's like, what's not specifically the Dahmer thing. That's just new, but like always in the back of my mind, it is like, how bad would it be? Like, how big of a troll is okay? And usually it's like, I just don't do it. I just don't have any fun.
Well, I mean, think about like how would you feel if you heard your dad saying this shit?
When I was 7, I would.
He's not listening to it when he's 7, though.
No.
So I mean, think about like how would you feel listening hearing your
listening
dad,
to this show?
hearing your dad say this shit when you are old enough to listen to this shit.
Oh, he'll never be old enough to listen to this show.
Okay,
He knows
all
this is on YouTube, and I'm like, don't you ever. Don't you ever.
Oh, that seems like a bad idea, though. Like
Right now, it works great because he's
okay,
7.
that's good. That's good.
Right now, it
Well,
works
I'm
great.
dead. You wanted to know the kind of person I was.
factoring in the
Roll
point that
those
he
dice.
hits where, like, you telling him not to is the primary reason for him to do
Well,
it?
that's when I stop. And then I'm like, hey, check this out.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Here are your pizza rolls. Also, the latest episode of TADPOG just dropped, son. Where me and my middle-aged friends get together and talk about the classics. He'll never touch it. He'll fucking never.
You're right.
Also, I talked about accidentally coming in your mom's nose, so you might want to skip it.
Just be thankful that one wasn't you. You are a different rope.
You're not wrong, though.
Technically the truth.
You're not wrong.
Oh, man.
So, what kind of beard would you give this game?
Chad Kroger's goatee.
Oh, wait. That's the guy from Nickelback.
Yeah,
right?
it is.
Look at this photograph.
It's not for everybody. Some people like it, some people don't.
Are you sure, Tyler, that you don't want to give this game the beard of Zugtamoy, the demon queen of fungi?
Is that what I gave the first time?
Originally, yes. I listened to that fucking shit show of an episode. I was at work and it was like, dear God, make this fucking stop. Why am I talking so slowly? Why does the audio quality so bad? It was a tough listen. It was one of those where it gave me like confidence, where it's like when I hear people say, oh man, classic Tadpog. I don't know, man. Kirby's Avalanche, the original, pretty fucking bad. It was a pretty fucking bad time.
This is a good replacement then. I like this episode. I'm happy with this episode.
Yeah, this is definitely better than the original.
Yeah.
Follow up to that. Tyler, have you sat down to watch the entirety of Golden Palace yet?
I've seen most of the Golden Palace.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, good.
It's not as good as Golden Girls. It has its moments.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that the like follow up to Golden Girls?
Yep. Where Dorothy's gone and they start to run a hotel together
So it's just
with Don Cheadle and
so it's
Cheech
just
Marin,
Blanche
Like you
and
do.
Blanche, Rose, and Sophia.
Rose and okay, I've never
Dorothy
seen
has
that.
married Leslie Nielsen and left.
I didn't know that was. I didn't know that was a fucking thing.
One season.
Yeah, this
No
happened on
shit.
our first
Okay.
recording too. We got all this really like
We get into some Golden Girls
Yeah.
weeds.
it just repeats itself. We also
Like whatever story I tell whenever Brennan and Cheryl are on the show.
oh
Tell
yeah.
the same story. Is it?
We also talked about your father's gospel quartet promise.
Ah, yes.
Was promised the name of the gospel.
It was New
quartet?
Direction, but that was copyrighted, and they got a bad letter, so they changed it to Promise.
We talk about how the show almost ended, and mind you, this was from September 4th, 2013. We had just gotten back from Dragon Con. This was episode 30 of Tadpog,
shit.
and we talked about how the show almost ended because of the kerfuffle.
Yep. Fucking Dykes.
We talked about how we were tired driving back from Dragon Con, and we were like, you know what? Maybe we just don't do
Fuck
this.
this. This is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Kerfuffle. Y'all have to fill me in on that.
We will
Oh,
later.
we
It's a
will.
I'm
Tadpog
sure-
mystery.
I'm sure I heard about it, but I just don't remember. Like,
It's the first mention of Tater Day on the show.
oh shit! In a long line.
Yep.
More importantly, it's the first mention of the Jasmine story, which you can listen to on patreon.com/tadpog. Someone begs you not to tell that story on Kirby's Avalanche. But you can listen to it for $1.
I told it. We saw what happened.
Worth.
There are two Mondo references.
That was our Mondo streak.
Only two?
We were out of our Mondo phase at that
At
point.
episode 30, you were already out of the Mondo phase?
Yeah, we were.
Wow. I
Yeah.
thought the Mondo phase went on like way longer than that.
And we got a voicemail from Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue. So
Damn.
all
Oh, man.
all
Wow.
walking down memory lane on a bunch of those. So.
I ain't heard. Yeah, we ain't heard from Lord
good.
Mike.
But still, it's a bad episode. So you ain't missing much with it being gone.
Well, I mean, hey, you know.
But if I were to give this,
That's all I can say.
if I were to give this episode a pair of glasses,
Yes,
Avril
Tyler.
Lavigne's glasses.
Avril Lavigne's glasses?
She's married to Chad Kroger. So
Nice.
All right, perfect. For how long, though? Are you sure you don't mean one pair of glasses that have been shot and shattered by a Red Ryder BB gun?
I can still do that. That still works. Let's take a break and head over to Community Corner.
All right, sounds good. We got a few minutes for that. Just silence.
A little something.
Sorry.
To mark it for me.
Gotcha.
Go.
Community Corner. Welcome. let's eat some snacks.
We have snacks.
I'm excited.
We have snacks.
You want your Dave's snacks first or my snacks first?
Your snacks first.
I think you're both snacks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sweetie, I'm the whole meal.
That man, nobody
Sweetie.
can see that head cock you just did.
This
but
HBIC
it
is
was
the whole
fucking
meal.
fantastic.
I promise.
And a bag of chips.
It makes what I said way funnier than you think it does. Listen.
I have to give these with a little story. So this goes back to our challenge, our first draft.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you bring
okay.
a square thing? Oh, you brought
I
a square
thought about
thing.
this exact
There was a
same
preview.
thing.
I looked for one.
There was a
Amazing.
previous draft.
I looked for one. I looked.
We did chocolate candy bars.
I'm so fucking excited about
Oh,
this right
man.
now.
Hell yeah.
I'm so glad you brought these chunkies because I looked for these at a gas station. I couldn't find them.
I couldn't find him anywhere either until Sick Jake did a
Chunky.
search of Paducah for availability of chunky bars. Walgreens.
Sick Jake
Holy
coming in
shit.
clutch.
Holy shit.
Not gonna look at these
Walgreens had 'em,
calories.
but well, they're in 4 small squares.
Okay.
These are
I don't wanna
way,
waste them.
way more dense than I thought.
Yeah.
I always thought chunky was like a little bit
Not
lighter.
as chunky.
A little bit lighter than this. Like this is fucking solid.
The ad campaign was open wide for chunky.
I'm about to take a bite of this shit.
Yeah, I'll try a chunky. It's square, but I've made it a rectangle, as you see. Split it in half.
Oh, it's good. What's in there?
Raisins, peanuts, and chocolate.
Raisins? That's what that is. Okay.
So good.
That's good.
So good.
These should be everywhere. I wish they weren't as hard to find as they were.
It's so different with the raisins.
Got to be the raisins.
I went to the Walgreens on the south side. The guy that works there, running the cash register, may have been special needs. I'm not sure. But
That tracks.
he started talking to me about my T-shirt, which is the T-shirt from the
I know
Louisville
exactly.
I know the
who-
guy.
Yep.
Arcade
Yeah,
Expo.
I know the guy.
Said it was an Atari shirt, which I corrected him and said no. But it is a shirt from a convention for video games. And then he started talking about Cyberpunk 2077,
Which I saw you playing.
which I'm playing right now. And I made the mistake of telling him that I'm playing. And then he wanted to consistently remind me of one line spoken in the game. The game is very, very mature. It's a very mature.
Has a dong slider.
There's a dong that you can pick your penis size or your vaginal hair, whatever you like.
Both.
And there's a lot of language. You can have both. You can mix and match however you want, baby. And he kept, I think he wanted me to say the line. Because he kept saying it was this not safe for work line. It's this not safe for work line. And I can't believe they said it. I can't believe that they put that in a video game. Can you believe that they said it? And I pretended like I didn't know what he was talking about, but I totally knew what he was talking about.
What's he talking about?
Would you like me to say the line?
Please. Say the line, Bart.
Well, you look like a fuckable piece of meat. Are you, cunt?
Wow, that's aggressive.
Yeah.
Unless you're British.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then it's fine. Then it's totally safe for work.
Yeah, that's a gas station talk.
Yeah.
He wanted me to say the line. The lady
Petrol,
in front of
sorry.
me that he was ringing up, she was buying 2 bags of some sort of popcorn. And he just wouldn't stop talking to me to ring her up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when he was ringing her up, he missed one of the barcodes and put the bag in. And she was like, I don't think you rang up one of these. And he goes, no, I did. And she goes, well, if you'd be paying attention to your job, you would have noticed that you didn't ring me up on these.
Well, are you fuckable meat?
You look like no. So yeah, that happened, and it was really awkward and uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
I was really just trying to get out of there so I
Sure.
could come here. So I hope you enjoy your chunky bar.
I did. I ate it all.
Wow.
I know.
Very
I shouldn't have, but I did.
No, it's good. It's good. I'm just trying to save half of it.
Then I'm going to have that big burrito with you tomorrow at lunch. Just setting
Hey,
myself
I'm getting
up.
those street tacos, dog.
But
That's-
Well, I'm having a
fuckable
burrito
meat
out.
are what Brits call their feet.
Ah,
So, yeah.
meat fuckable
I
meat.
just- every time,
Fuckable meat.
every time I hear the word "cunt," I cannot help but think of the movie Train Spotting.
Vagina.
No.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean,
Not like a clean one.
no,
I
it's-
save hatchet wound for that.
Whoa. No, I
definitely
think of the
four
movie
white
Train
guys.
Spotting because, like, the Begbie says "cunt" like every other word. Like every time he's talking about anybody, he calls him a cunt. Like,
Whoa,
that
John.
must be like.
Easy.
Sorry, I should back off, right?
We don't get kicked off of Spotify, man. Spotify, we're British. It's fine. Except for Ian, he's Australian.
I'm curious, like maybe like Ross can chime in. Like how common is that in the UK? Like
My former art director has said extremely common.
extremely
Extremely
common. So, like,
common.
you're
But
just
he's
dropping
also
that.
my former art director.
There's a reason.
But yeah, according to him,
It ain't
it's,
common here, motherfucker.
according to him, it's like saying buddy.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. Sorry, I
Chunky.
didn't mean to like derail.
So chunky.
It's good shit.
That's all right.
I've got to find
good.
the
Hey,
bar
thank
I
you for
want
the
you guys
chunky
to
bar.
try.
That was
Got
delicious.
to find it.
What are you looking for?
There's a bar. I'll see if I can find it and bring it next week.
Okay.
For Melissa.
Mystery bar.
Sweet. Thank you.
Are these Cheetos over here? Are these for the class
Yes,
as
they
well, or
are.
are those?
I saw these
Carolina,
in the
man.
dollar store the other day.
I've been looking forward to this the whole recording. So
You and me
Flamin'
both, buddy.
hot.
You and me both, cunt.
yeah, me cunts. Yeah,
Because it's like buddy, right?
It's like
yeah,
buddy.
Okay.
come on, cunt. Let's put these in our boat race.
Yes. I'm super excited about this.
Ian, you're gonna have one.
These are
hell yeah.
flamin' hot sweet Carolina Reaper Cheetos. Can I get 2?
Get you a fistful.
Fuck no.
I got two.
I'm getting 2. Hell yeah. These are like
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You dipper boys are.
These are like dark red Cheetos.
These are
Earlier-
like Satan's towneel.
Earlier
Cheetos.
today, John said something. We were talking about going
Oh
to
no.
the
What
gala.
did I say? I
No,
don't
we
remember.
were just chatting at work. We were chatting in teams, and I
Don't
said
embarrass
something
me.
about. Do you? I won't. Shut up. Sorry. No, I asked him. I said, "Do you want to go to the thing for the gala?" And he goes, hell yeah. And I replied in all caps, hell yeah. And he said, I know exactly how you meant for that to sound.
It sounded in my brain like he meant it. Like, hell yeah. It's like, you know, you read shit.
Oh man, they've got 4.
It's a beautiful thing.
Right.
It really
Let's
is.
do it.
You ready to eat?
All right, let's go.
That's pretty good.
I want another one. I only had the one.
The sweet hits you immediately, and then the heat follows up, but it's not like killer or anything.
Oh, it's good.
It's good. Yeah, it's
really good.
Real good. Do you mind?
Yeah, go for it.
Big fan.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I didn't even mean to do it that time.
Yeah, I'll take more of those for sure.
Yeah, these are tasty. Do you got those? You got these?
I'm good.
Hey, good job. Those are fucking tasty.
I love how this community corner has literally nothing to do with the community.
Nope.
We're letting the community listen to us eat?
I mean, we mentioned Sick Jake,
We did.
so there's that. All right, check.
Done.
Box
there
check.
you go. Yep.
We're in the. I mean, we're part of the community, right? I
No.
know I'm not really like a part of it.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, you are. You're out of the 4 of us here. You are the most community.
I need to get in the Discord though.
You do.
That's-
bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. There's a URL for it. I don't know if we knew that or not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Sick Jake. I'm so sorry. It was Mr. Saturn Punk
Oh, okay.
that told me about
Saturn Punk.
Walgreens. I'm sorry for getting that wrong. I knew I needed to go back
like-
and check myself.
I like
on
both
that.
of those guys. It sounds
they're
like
both
something.
great.
Sounds like something Sick Jake
It sounds
would do.
like something he would
Sounds
do.
like something
Sorry you
Chris
fell
would
for the
do.
marketing.
What else we got?
You know, I have some snacks, but let's save them.
Save them for next week?
Because I feel like honestly, I don't know. Yeah, let's save them because we had some really good snacks, and I don't know if these are going to be good or not.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
Shortest ever community corner. Really?
It's
Well,
more about
we
the-
all got shit we got to do. So
It's more about the quality, you know.
Yeah, we're lacking there too, unfortunately.
I am really glad I was able to find chunky bars for you guys.
Thank you
Very much.
Yeah, they were.
I've always seen them, but
Chunkies
I've
are
never
so good.
tried one.
So good.
They are good.
Like I said when we did the draft, I think it's one of the very few candies out there that actually incorporates raisins that's not a raisinette.
Yeah, I was gonna
raisinette.
say if you like raisinettes, you'll probably fucking love these.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, they're the same. They're just in square form, I
they
guess.
got nuts. in
And
there.
they're-
I like
peanuts in
Raisinets
them.
and Goobers. This is
Yeah.
put together.
But, yeah, there you go. It's a combination of raisinette and goober in a square candy bar.
Unless you break it in half, then you can eat it as a rectangle.
We want to go to the randomizer?
Yeah, You want to figure out what we're going to play next?
Or do you have any suggestions?
I don't. Does anybody here have any suggestions? We've got a shorter turnaround time on this game, so I don't know if that.
Oh.
I mean, I have a game I would like for you guys to do, but it's an NES game.
What is it?
It was one I used to play as a kid. Like,
Are we going to have to try to figure it out?
no,
Oh, okay.
no, I know the name of it,
there for a minute.
but I'm not. I'm like worried a little bit that like I was the only kid. Like me and my cousin were the only kids that ever played this game.
Okay.
It was called Tiger Heli.
Tiger Heli, yeah.
You know that game?
I-
It's like a bullet hell.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's not an SNES game, but it's like a game from my childhood that I fucking love.
Well, let's do that with you then.
I see, you know, that thing that prevents me from coming to record with you
We're
guys
recording
every
on
Wednesday.
We're recording on Monday next week.
Yeah, if that
Oh,
makes
you
it
are?
if that makes it any easier.
If not, we can save it for when you can come back.
I might be able to work that out, but yeah,
Let's randomize a game.
Yeah,
and
no,
then
definitely do.
if you're able, John, if you're available, I guess let us know ASAP so we can start playing it.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
but
no,
I'm down to do
let
that.
You know. Yeah, for sure.
And if you
Okay.
can't, well, figure out when you can come next, and we'll do
Okay.
it then, just
Right,
for
Yeah,
you.
I would like to do that.
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to go over and grab this batter up peripheral. Go ahead and set it up. Yeah, to put a little dust off of it. It's been 2
It's
weeks.
been a little while. Yeah.
put it up on the end, Wild and Crazy Kid stuff, put my head on it so I can turn around in a circle and point my no-no hole in a random direction and say the prayer we all love to say. Beetu bootu beetu bootu beetu bootu beetu bootu boop boop boop. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
626.
We done that before?
We have done that before.
I thought I remembered hearing that number before.
It is a model of Mazda.
It is.
Yeah.
I drove a 626.
My girlfriend had a 626.
Yeah, I was John's girlfriend. We've never revealed this on the show before.
Oh, no. She had an MX6. That's a different model.
Shut up.
I was about to say, you
John.
fucking liar.
Come
She
on,
had
John.
an MX6.
I know what all your girlfriends drive. They never drove a 626.
I'm not weird at all.
66 a bigger car than the MX6. Sorry about that.
It's the Terminator. We haven't done 625, which is, I don't know why it comes first, but
That's in the
Terminator-
T's, right?
It's Terminator 2. It is in the T's. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. We could do that.
This is before we started covering all the bases of a particular, like when we would do all the football games and stuff.
Right. We're definitely going to run into stuff like this
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the future. Yeah, because we kind of
Terminator 2 was I liked Terminator 1, the movie, but Terminator 2 is a fucking great movie.
We could try
I've
it.
heard this game
in
is
my
fucking
opinion,
terrible.
the better
though.
of the movie.
I've heard it's terrible.
Yeah.
Does it have
let's do
anything
it.
Let's
to
do it. Okay.
Knock it out. Knock it
Does it
out.
have anything to do with the Terminator 2 arcade game?
I don't know. I like the T2 arcade game, the
That
light
was
gun
a
game.
rail shooter, right?
Yeah, I like that.
You had fucking Uzi.
Good game.
Yeah, it was fun.
If it is a port of that, I bet it's awful on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, yep.
Because I know it
It
doesn't
should
have.
be a scope game.
It definitely is not. If it is that, I know it's not on the list of Super Scope games.
I feel it's a side scroller.
I think it is. And the Terminator was a bad game, so I have a. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a real shit show.
We'll see. So Terminator
Is
2.
there-
Bad enough
I
they
think-
made a sequel.
Is there a Terminator versus RoboCop
There is.
game as well?
There is.
Okay.
I'd say we could do it too, but man, I don't know.
That's
I
a good,
feel like
that's a quick turnaround.
and I also feel
two
like
games.
Terminator versus RoboCop's probably
that
going
falls
to be
in
a,
a different.
and it's probably going to be a good one on its own.
And then there's probably a RoboCop game because they may want to be the bridge. Do we want to cover RoboCop game? So yeah, we'll just do T2.
I know they had I think they had multiple RoboCop games on NES. I don't know. I don't know what was on.
feel like
SNES.
there's one on
I think there's
SNES.
one. Yeah, I think there's one other than Terminator versus RoboCop. Anyway, Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
T2.
All right.
Judgmental Day.
Judgment. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Got
Your
it.
parents like that.
So thanks for listening, everybody. Found the show on YouTube, Spotify,
Not
SoundCloud, all over the place. It's everywhere but SoundCloud. So just Google TADPOG, TADPOG. The E is silent. And yeah, I know we want to talk about the contest and the Patreon first of all.
We do. We're in the midst of our newest contest for October 2022. We're doing another pull from Wiz and Sage's Big Toy Box. If you increase your donation by $1 or donate fresh, new, and $1, just $1 donation gets you entered into the contest. It is as simple as that. And pull some toys out. Last month's winner, Jonathan Martinez, should already have his stuff by now. We're going to be picking that tonight, and I'm going to try to send it out tomorrow. And also this month we've sweetened the pot a little bit more, or I should say our friend Paul Korn has sweetened the pot a little bit more. Not only will you receive for winning this month of October, again, get your donations in before 11:59 p.m. in your time zone, October 31st. You will receive a selection of toys from my toy box, and you will also this month receive a special 2-character color commission artwork from Landon and Brandon Franklin of Wayward Cross Comics, courtesy of Paul Korn. Once the winner is chosen, we'll put you in contact with Paul, who'll put you in contact with Landon and Brandon to pick 2 characters of your choosing for the piece. It's a full color commission. This is exclusive, unique to you art. It will not be produced again. So it's a great prize, and we want to thank Paul so much for fronting
Very
the dough
That is
to do this.
badass.
And if you want to see examples of these artists' work, hit up Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok and just search for Wayward Cross Art. Hell of a prize. So you've got till almost midnight on the 31st of this month to do it, October 2022. As of now, just here we are in like day 4 of October. We've already got 3 new donations to talk about. Usurper Grimm has upped his donation. User My Own Butt is the name of. It's not my butt. But
Is it mine?
But no, it's someone with the name My Own Butt has
He's been
donated
pounded in the butt by his own butt.
donated fresh.
Maybe that seems like an illegal name.
You'd think, but it is what it is.
I'm blind fuck slave.
And then, of course,
It's perfectly fine.
we've also got an increased donation by Mr. Puzzles himself. Backlog Banisher Dane is now entered into win. So those are the 3 entries we have so far this month. Hopefully we get some more. We want to see you guys win some of these great prizes. In addition to that, we also do have a list of executive producers. These are the wonderful folks who donate $20 or more per month to the cause. And we're going to read that list starting with Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Executive Producer Dig Duggy, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Usurper Grimm, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Landon, congratulations on your marriage, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, we're sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first-time caller, and Drink Smith, Joey Webster. Thank you guys so much for your generous donations. Thanks to everyone for your donations. It really makes a huge difference. And again, get those in this month. We're going to pull some prizes and have some fun.
Nice. Yeah, thanks, guys. It does. It means a lot and does go a long way. We had some probably the most expensive costs covering the show in a long time this past month. So it was.
We did.
It was helpful.
It really was. And a lot of that, too, was the shipping for the prizes. We had 3 winners in the first month. This month is only going to be the 1 winner. So that should be a little easier to manage.
Wasn't a complaint, just but it's just nice. It's nice to know that it's covered.
We can cover that, and
and that we've got some that we can keep and split up amongst ourselves. And
yeah, for sure.
So that really that helps. So thank you is my point.
Yes.
Very much.
Well, our theme song is Moves by Sigmar Drive. Link to that track from the show notes at tadpog.com. How you guys want to close it out? John.
I know almost nothing about Kirby, so I feel like maybe I'm not the one to choose.
So Kirby?
Kirby.
Sure.
All right. So until next time.
And we are out.
Anybody want these?
I definitely want a couple more of those. Yeah, those are fucking awesome. They are fucking hot though. Like they got some heat.
I fucked up.
What?
Because I fucked up.
What'd you do?
I just ate too much.
I ate that whole chocolate bar.
Yeah.
I got 1 square of that guy left, and I probably shouldn't have ate that last one. To be honest, that is a dense. That is a dense bar.
It is.
I can see why it's such a small. Dick.
It's a thick boy with all the fixins.
Yeah, and Henry didn't finish his fries at dinner either, so I finished those for him because I'm a trash. I'm just a trash.
You fucking fuck, you want a trash.
Really wish I'd been recording that.